like your chemicals, mama, I'm sure I'd handle now, yes I am. Let's just speak loud in the words, and I'm a man with the greatest fear. Got the knock on me, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, I'm gonna prove every word I say. Advertise the love more praise, so you can face it there with me. But one long time I've been there. Tips in love, bring a little thing, let me light your chemicals, so mama, I'm sure I'd handle now, yes I am. Hey, hard to handle that. Said, baby, here I am, a man on the scene. Give you what you want, but you got to bring it home to me. There's a good little love, and then I got a little more in store. When I get the baby falling on, know you'll be around for more. Boys run on, not about to present. Touch that love, pretty little thing, let me light your chemicals, and mama, I'm sure I'd handle now, yes I am. Yeah, how to handle that? Yeah. Chemicals of mama, I'm sure I'd handle now, yes I am. Yeah, hard to handle that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, hard, yeah. Now, no, say, oh yeah.
so much better. Thought that I'd be weak without you, but I'm stronger. Thought that I'd be broke without you, but I'm richer. Thought that I'd be sad without you, I laugh harder. Thought I wouldn't grow without you, now I'm wiser. I'd be helpless without you, but I'm smarter. Thought that I'd be stressed without you, but I'm chilling. Thought I wouldn't fail without you, sold 9 million. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving. I'm a survivor, I'm a survivor, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving. Thought I couldn't breathe without you, I'm in heaven. Thought I couldn't see without you, perfect vision. Thought I couldn't last without you, but I'm lasting. Thought that I would die without you, but I'm living. Thought that I would fail without you, but I'm on time. Should be over now, but it won't stop. Thought that I would self-destruct, but I'm still here. Even in my years to come, I'm gonna be here. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving. I'm a survivor, I'm a survivor, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving. Wishing you the best, pray that you are blessed. Much success, no stress, and lots of happiness. Not gonna blast you on the radio, not gonna lie to your family, no. Not gonna hate you in the magazines, not gonna compromise, not gonna diss you on the internet. No, Mama, try me better than that. I'm better than that. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving. I'm a survivor. After all of the darkness and sadness, sun comes happiness. If I'm surrounded by positive things, I'll gain prosperity. I'm a survivor, I'm a survivor, I'm a survivor. Some things never seem to change, and every day I stay the same. Moonlight swelling through the trees, it never seems to wane. Sometimes I feel like I'm a silhouette, like my imitation leads me towards regret. Sometimes I wish that we had never met. I'm faking every step, stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb. You're stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb. Disconnected, out of mind, I'm unaffected by the times. Misdirect me on a dime, break me with something I know she said it's alright, but you gon' make it up next time. I know she knows it's not right. There ain't no use in lying. Maybe she thinks I know something. Maybe she thinks it's fine. Or maybe she knows something I don't. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of trying. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, not no one likes to be let down. I know she loves the sunrise, no longer sees it with her sleeping eyes. And I know that when she said she's gonna try, well, it might not work because of other ties. And I know she usually has some other ties, and I wouldn't want to break them. I wouldn't want to break them. Maybe she'll help me to untie this, but until then, well, I'm gonna have to lie to her. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, no one likes to be let down. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go.
Hey Potters fans, are you ready for some Pacific Empire League action? Let's send it up to the booth to get you ready for today's action, right here on Stone's Broadcast Networks.
And that's the sound of an appreciative crowd out here cheering on Emily, who sang our national anthem, I think for the second time in just as many days. She may be 8 years old if she's a day, and she did a fantastic job. Hello and welcome to McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California for an exciting night of Lincoln Potters playoff baseball. I'm Mark the Phantom Lowe here with Riley the Engineer, and tonight we have the honor of bringing you Game 1 of the first ever Pacific Empire League Championship Series between top seed Healdsburg and the home team tonight, the Lincoln Potters. The Potters closed the season strong. They won 6 of 7 down the stretch to earn the second playoff spot, but they'll have to improve on their 1-5 regular season record against the Prune Packers if they want to take away the top prize. Healdsburg won the regular season PEL title with a record of 22-5. The Potters with the home game tonight, while the next game, or 2 if necessary, will be in Healdsburg Thursday and Friday. Manager Tyler Robertson trying to get off to a good start. He's got left-hander Gerald Hansen taking the mound for the second time against Healdsburg in the past 8 days. Here's the Prune Packers lineup that Gerald Hansen will face. They got Hamchuk, Maloney, and Sharpio. The first 3, Kramer and Hayslip. Hayslip has hit home runs, it seems like, every time he comes up against the Potters here in McBean. Eamon Lance is hitting 6th. Then Mastoni, the new guy, 5 for 11 on the season. Caruso at 3rd, and Jake Tatum, the second baseman. Robert Evasium, the right-hander, will be the pitcher for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, but it's Gerald Hansen we'll turn our attention to now, the left-hander out of Roseville and Cal State Northridge. 31 1/3 innings during the season, 25 hits, 26 strikeouts, 10 walks. 2-2 record, a 1.73 earned run average. Alluded to the fact he started against the Prune Packers last Tuesday and was very good. He pitched 8 innings, gave up 6 hits and 3 runs. He left on the short side of a 3-1 score, and then the Prune Packers scored 5 in the 9th inning, 4 of those unearned against the relievers. And the end of the game, the score was 8-1. But Hansen was very good, and he'll be taking on a very tough lineup for the second time in 8 days. Hamchuk, Maloney, and Sharpio, the first 3. And Hamchuk hitting .344. Remember when he first came, or the Prune Packers first came to town, first time this summer, he had only batted 12 times. He was 2 for 12, and we said at the time, he's a much better hitter than that, and the proof is in the pudding, as they say. 3 home runs and 9 runs batted in. I think 2 of those home runs right here at McBean Stadium. He's hitting .344. So Robbie out of University of Michigan will start us off, then Maloney and Sharpio, and he steps in, and we are ready to go. The first ever Pacific Empire League Championship Series game number 1. And we got Emily got us off to a great start with the Star Spangled Banner. Willie Preston is to my right. Of course, Riley the engineer is here. My interns today, I got Carson down the left side on the track man, and Lauren is working the point streak, as the usual point streak guy, Jason, is he's suited up to play for the Potters. Hansen's first pitch is down low, and it is 1-0, and we are underway. Jordan Georgeson here from Gold Country Media. He's roaming the field doing the photojournalist thing. That's hit out to left center field on the run. And trying for a diving catch out there was Andrews. He did not make the play. The throw is into second base, and into second with a double is Robbie Hamchuk. Put it perfectly placed between Andrews. Let's take a look, if we can, Riley, at that defensive alignment. Furry and Andrews going for that one. Drew trying the sliding catch, could not make it. Will Lindbergh in right, Cole Dillon at third, Gargett at short. Sonny Johnson's back at second. Zach Chamiso, the local product, at first. Anson Arrows from Auburn, California, behind the plate, and Gerald Hansen is on the mound. And here's Maddox Maloney. .295 on the season for Maddox Maloney out of the University of Oregon, just like the catcher Anson Arrows for the Potters. Maddox 1 home run and 10 runs driven in. Last ball is inside. 1-0. Beautiful day for baseball out here. A little bit of breeze. Great crowd out here. You know, everything's new. It's playoffs, so you got to come out. You got to buy a new ticket, got to buy playoff tickets and everything. So, great job. Great job by the fans here. 1-0 pitch is popped up, but I think it's going to get out of play. Ray Garcia walking around behind the first base, down the first base line behind the front row seats, kind of craned his neck to look up, see if he can make a play on it. Back in the day, he probably could have, but those days are long gone for many of us, including Ray, so he let it go. 1-1. Hit high and deep, but foul to left field over the grassy knoll area out there. And it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Connor Sharpio on deck. And it is 1-2 on Maloney. Just getting started here. Hamchuk drops a double into left center to start us off in the top of the first. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Big strikeout for Hansen on a big breaking ball. And that'll bring up Connor Sharpio. Connor didn't play in the last couple of games the Potters played against the Prune Packers. He is out of Long Beach State. .291 on the summer, 5 home runs, and 24 batted in. Was at Santa Rosa Junior College before Cal State Long Beach. Right-handed hitter playing out in left field today. Left field is a problem sun-wise. Trey Furry out there for the Potters shielding his eyes. Popped up, and that'll get out of play again. So it's 0-1. So Trey's shading the eyes. can affect the infield, too. It doesn't look like maybe it's quite that bad on the infield right now. 0-1 on Sharpio. He's followed by Joey Kramer in the Prune Packer lineup, and there's no breaks in this lineup. Breaking balls hit sharply but foul down the third base line. And quickly Hansen's ahead of Sharpio. No balls and 2 strikes. Game 2 of the series will be Thursday in Healdsburg, and then Game 3, if necessary, is Friday also in Hillsburg at Rec Park. Great place to watch a ball game. 0-2. Fastball is high. Hansen got that one up to 86 miles an hour, but out of the strike zone, and Sharpio did not chase it, so it's 1-2. One-two pitches popped up on a curveball, and everybody's having to shade their eyes. Third baseman Dillon, the shortstop Gargett, comes over, and Caius with a nice play takes over for Cole, who kind of like lost sight of it the last moment for the out. So Sharpio's out on a pop fly to the shortstop. 2 outs, and the dangerous Joey Kramer coming to the plate. Joey 406 on the season out of Washington State University. 15 home runs, 44 runs batted in. 8 of those home runs in Pacific Empire League play. Actually, I think Hayslip, who has 9 home runs overall, is actually all 9 were during the PEL. So Kramer up here with Hamchuk still out at second base. Joey takes in the dirt. Nice block by Arrows. And it is 1-0. Hamchuk was 1 for 3 last week in the last game that Gerald Hansen pitched against the Packers. And even in that game, Robbie came into that game at .315. He's 29 points higher in this one. Swinging a foul back to the backstop down the first base line. Our recently hired ball kid, who's done a fine job the last couple of games, and a job I think Riley could have done. He's an engineer, so he's a professional man, but I don't know. I think he could have done that job too. Maybe not as good as the kid who's doing it. Don't get crazy. 1-1 on Joey Kramer. Hansen getting his sign. Breaking ball, beautiful pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch, he got the strikeout for Maddox Maloney. Now he's ahead of Kramer 1-2 with Hayslip to follow. One-two pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. So Hansen gives up the double and then goes 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the first. Packers nothing. Potter's coming to bat.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Bottom of the first inning. Potters get out of the top of the first inning unscathed. Robert Avazian, the right-hander from University of Santa Clara, or Santa Clara University, either way you want to go. Whichever way you say it, he's 5-0 on the season with a 1.33 ERA, 33 strikeouts and 12 walks in 27 innings and just 15 hits allowed. So he'll be a tough nut for the Potters to crack here, and the Potters will send this lineup up there to try to do that. Sonny Johnson, Caius Gargett, and Luke Mancy will start us off. Then Furry hitting in the cleanup spot. Will Lindberg and Anson Arrows, the late addition to the lineup. He is batting 6th. Dylan Chamiso and Andrews. Andrews batting 9th. He has a pair of home runs for the Potters in limited duty this summer. And, of course, Gerald Hansen on the mound. So that's your lineup that will face Robert Avazian. And here is Sonny Johnson. Out of Elk Grove, California, University of Louisiana Monroe, Mr. Asani Johnson batting at .345 with 6 runs batted in. Left-handed hitting second baseman against Avazian. He's about 6'4" out there. First pitch is a fastball, and it's high. It's at 91 from Avazian. Caius Gargett and Luke Mancy to follow in the bottom of the first here. PEL Championship Series Game 1 from McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California. He takes it right down the middle. 1-1. Clifton Taylor, the big poobah, is in the crowd tonight. Sent the family up to Europe so he could come to the game, which I thought that's a good trade-off. You know. Sonny takes strike 2 call. 2 balls and 1 strike, and the fans right behind home plate go, that was way outside, which is not a heckle, but it's still a good comment. It's kind of a heckle/comment. 1-2 either way. Hit sharply up the middle. That is into center field, a base hit. Diving try by Jake Tatum at second base, but Asani's got himself a single. Second hit of the ball game. First for the Potters. It'll bring up Caius Gargett. Let's take a look, Riley, at the defensive alignment for the Prune Packers. Sharpio in left, Hamchuk in center, Hayslip over in right. It's Caruso, Maloney, Tatum, and Mastoni at first base on the infield, and then Eamon Lance behind the plate, and Robert Avazian on the mound. And Hassani Johnson over at first base with Caius Gargett. Caius pops it up foul down the left field line. That'll be out of play. Caius at .395 on the season. 5 runs batted in out of Anderson, Indiana, and the University of Kentucky. 0-1. Eamon Lance behind the plate for the Prune Packers. They're going to throw over there. Nice dig over there at first by Mastoni as that ball was in the dirt. Little short hop action. 0-1 on Caius. Third base Caruso is in against the left-handed hitter. That is a fastball just a little bit inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson a little bit further off at first base. There he goes. It's a breaking ball and can't get it out of his hand here is Lance, and safe at second is Johnson. So he got a break right away as it was an off-speed pitch, giving him a little more chance, and Lance in his haste to try to gun him out couldn't get the ball out of his hand or out of his glove, and Johnson is at second base now. The pitch I thought was high, but I guess it was called, no, it's in there for a strike, so it's 1-2. I think Gargett took that one, so Asani could take off, and now he's got to turn his attention to 1 ball, 2 strike count. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Johnson's going to come around third. It's picked up in center by Hamchuk. The throw's coming to the plate. It's cut off. The relay is not made. Asani slides across head first, and the Potters score first. They lead it 1-0. Gargett gets hit RBI number 6, and Asani Johnson gets the stolen base and then scores. The throw from Hamchuk was cut off. I don't think they would have had a chance at the plate. He held on to it and trying to keep Gargett at first base, which they do, but the Potters are on top, 1-0, and here's Luke Mancy. 2 well-hit balls by the Potters. There's Piper, who is now playoff Piper. Mancy takes a strike. So playoff P is taken by Paul George. Playoff pipe? Playoff pie? I don't know. Maybe I just like him. He can have playoff P too. We're actually in the playoffs, so that would help, yeah. Gargett leads at first base. It's 0-1 on Luke Mancy, who's hitting .315 with a home run and 15 runs batted in out of University of New Mexico. Breaking ball, he lost that one. It's 1-1. Luke, along with Caius Gargett, really stepping it up in the last couple of weeks of the season. We referenced a 6 out of 7 stretch coming down the home stretch in league play. Mancy takes high and outside again, and Luke and Caius were kind of keying that one at the plate, and then some fantastic pitching performances by Gerald Hansen, Adon Perez, Anthony Martinez, and a whole bunch of others, Nolan Thebe, Ryan Baker, Castillo, a lot of guys really throwing the ball well in the last couple of weeks for the Potters. 2-1 now on Luke Mancy. It's an out at second base. Over to short, that's going to be an easy turn. Over to first for the double play. So it went from Tatum to Maloney to Mastoni, 4-6-3. 2 outs now here in the first inning, and that'll bring up Trey Furry. Trey at 3'10", out of William Jessup University by way of Folsom Lake College. Just joined the team a couple weeks ago, has a home run and 8 runs batted in. Right-handed hitter, playing in left field for the Potters tonight. Off-speed pitch fouled back to the screen. Willenberg on deck for the Potters. He's batting 5th in Tyler Robertson's lineup here. Parking lot Potters representing down in the front row. Furry chops that one foul. Took something off that one, did Evazian at 80 miles an hour, but he's ahead of Trey Furry 0-2. Bottom of the first, 1-0 Potters. 0-2 on Trey Furry. Fastball misses outside. 91 again from Evazian. Product of Santa Clara University. Eamon Lance, his catcher. Breaking ball is fouled back to the screen again. Lance is out of Arizona State. So it stays 1-2 on Trey Furry. Evazian steps off, readjusts. This band's still kind of settling in, getting down to the Brick and Barrel Beer Garden down there. Furry lifts that one to right field. It's going to stay up, I think, for Hayslip, and he'll make the catch at shoulder height for the 3rd out. Potters score 1. We go to the 2nd inning. They are on top, 1-0.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Top of inning number 2, it'll be Hayslip, then Lance and Mastoni against Gerald Hansen as the Potters score 1 in the bottom of the inning to take a 1-0 lead. Camden Hayslip hitting .328. Last time he took on Gerald Hansen about a week ago, he was 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. So he a very tough out here for the left-hander Hansen. His first pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1. Hansen with 2 strikeouts in the first inning, gave up that leadoff double to Robbie Hamchuk, but Robbie stayed at second base. That's chopped over. Backhanded try at first base by Chamiso. It's under his glove into right field for a base hit. Big chopper by Hayslip, but he put it in perfect position and hit it pretty hard as well. And he is at first base. Second hit of the game for the Prune Packers. Here's Eamon Lance out of Arizona State, batting at .283. But he does have 9 home runs on the summer and 32 RBI. Right-handed hitting catcher. He's followed by Luke Mastoni. That's nubbed on the first base line. Foul. Chamiso handles that one impeccably, but fortunately it doesn't really matter. He did impress Riley, though, his biggest fan. So it's 0-1 now on Eamon Lance. Game 1 of the Pacific Empire League Championship Series, the first ever. Breaking ball, perfect pitch in there for a strike, 0-2. Shout out to the other members of the PEL, the Humboldt Crabs, the Medford Rogues, the West Coast Kings, and the Solano Mudcats. Great season, very competitive season when those 6 teams do in battle. 1 ball and 2 strikes now as the high fastball misses. 85 from Hansen. Humboldt Crabs just finished just a half a game out of the second place playoff spot, so good season for the Crabs. They started off slow but closed very well. It's hit sharply out to shortstop. Gargette's going to go to second. That's going to be a tough play, and he throws it over the head of the second baseman. Backed up by Chamiso, but it's going to be a throwing error, and runners at first and third and nobody out. So you got to play a pretty clean game against the Prune Packers if you're going to beat them. And that one, I think Gargett wanted to try to get it to second quickly and didn't follow through on it, or whatever, stayed back a little bit on it, went over the head of Johnson. And now first and third, nobody out, and Mastoni will be the hitter. He hits it high up in the air to right field. Moving over is Lindbergh. He should have room. He does make the catch. Tag at third, and this is now a tie ball game at 1. As coming home is Hayslip. So a sacrifice fly for Mastoni, his 8th run batted in. And with 1 out, Cole Caruso will be the hitter, number 8 hitter, the third baseman, 317, out of University of Michigan. Lance still at first base. Big breaking ball outside from Gerald Hansen, the left-hander, with a 1.73 ERA, a 2-2 record. He's been really good lately. He's had the misfortune, if you want to call that, of pitching against the Prune Packers twice in a week, and that one is high. But again, he acquitted himself very well in the game last Tuesday, 8 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, and left when the Potters trailing 3-1 after 8. 2-0 now to Caruso, who hits a sharp grounder down the third base line, but it's foul. Goes into the bullpen where it's whoever went out there for the Prune Packers to make the play, he bungled it. That reflects badly on your bullpen fielding percentage. But you got to just shake it off early in the game. 2-1 now. Popped up. Gargett's gone. No, it's going to be Asani Johnson in short center field, making the catch for the second out. So Caruso pops up to second. 2 outs now, and Jake Tatum, the number 9 hitter, who is a .292 number 9 hitter with a home run and 9 runs batted in. So there is a dueling dogs batter. It's Jake Tatum, who at .292 is a That's your prototypical Dueling Dogs batter. If he strikes out, it'll be half off Dueling Dogs. But he just lined one down the left field line. That is a fair ball. Furry has it in the corner, trying to get it in. They're going to hold the runner at third base. Good job by Trey Furry to get to that ball as quickly as he did and hold Tatum to a double. More importantly, keep Lance at third base. So second and third, and here's Robbie Hamchuk, who, as we've talked about, has been a very hot hitter of late and already has a double in this game. Tatum all over that one, hit it down the line. I think the saving grace for the Padres, he hit it so hard it got to the fence quickly, and Trey was all over it and got it in. Lance having to hold it third. Hamchuk takes inside and breaking pitch, 1-0. Maddox Maloney to follow. If Hamchuk can keep the inning going for the Prune Packers, who've scored once and they've tied it up at 1 here in the top of the second. Hansen's fastball's lined right back up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 run comes in. Picked up in center field. The throw will be cut off. It's a 2-run single for Hamchuk. The Prune Packers have put 3 runs up on the board here. In the second, they lead it 3-1. Lance scores and Tatum scores. That'll bring up Maddox Maloney, who struck out his first time up. Maloney, .295 during the regular season. Hits it sharply to the left of third base into left field for a base hit. Hamchuk's going to have to stop at second base. A diving try by Cole Dillon, but he couldn't get it. That is the 4th hit in the inning, combined with the Potter's error. And that'll bring up Connor Sharpio, who popped out to shortstop his first time up. Connor has 5 home runs on the summer. Drove in 24 during the regular season. Hits that one deep to left center field. On the move is Andrews, still on the move. And that is out of here. A home run by Sharpio. A 3-run blast, and the Prune Packers have put up 6 here in the second. They lead at 6-1. So that one to left center field, and Sharpio makes it 6 home runs with 27 runs batted in. And the Prune Packers react badly to the Potters scoring first. And with the aid of one Potter's error, they have now had 5 hits, and they've scored 6 runs. And Joey Kramer, who struck out to end the first inning, is here, the 9th batter in this inning. Swings and misses at that breaking pitch. Oh, 0-1 on Kramer. Sharp grounder in the hole, left field base hit. So 6 hits in the inning now for the Prune Packers, and here is Camden Hayslip, who singled to open the inning. Grounded one through the right side. The 10th batter here in the second inning for Healdsburg. That one on the outside corner for a strike, so it is 0-1 on Camden Hayslip. Eamon Lance on deck. That's another strike. Started off with a single, then an error on Gargetta, throwing error. Sacrifice fly, pop-up. Double, single, single, home run, single. Oh, 2 pitch. Thought about it, didn't go. It's 1-2. Short lead at first by Kramer. That one's hit well to center field. Andrews going back. He's got room right in front of the center field fence for the out. So the Packers score half dozen in the second. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 6-1 Healdsburg.
This job is the Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Bottom of inning number 2, Prune Packers on top 6-1. Robert Avazian taking his warm-up tosses, gave up 2 hits and a run in the first inning. He will take on Will Lindbergh, then Ansoneros and Cole Dillon as the Prune Packers struck for 6 in the top of the inning, all but 1 unearned after the throwing error by the Potters. Sharpio with the big blast, the 3-run home run. And here's Will Lindbergh. 259 for Will out of Gold River, California, and Cal State Northridge. 1 home run, 13 runs batted in for Mr. Will Lindbergh. Outside from Avazian, the right-hander, 5-0 on the season with a 1.33 earned run average out of Santa Clara University. Lindbergh, foul ball, ground ball down the third base line into the bullpen area, so it's 1-1. Ansoneros on deck, the catcher. Lindbergh hits that one. It's a fair ball down to first base. It's Stoney going to underhand it over to the pitcher Kevering for the first out here in the second inning. And Ansoneros, who just joined the team a little while ago, 3 for 7 with an RBI so far. Catcher hitting left-handed against Avazian. Anson a switch hitter, batting left-handed against the right-handed Avazian. Potters wearing the orange tonight. Hillsburg wearing the same Hillsburg, wine color countries they always do. If it's not broke, I would not fix it. Strike for Avazian on the off-speed pitch, 0-1. Swings and misses another off-speed pitch. Quickly 0-2 on Ansoneros out of Placer High up in Auburn and the University of Oregon. Cole Dillon to follow. Fastball's outside. Bazian right about 90 or 91 with a fastball so far tonight. The little looper into left center field, moving in the center fielder. That's Hamchuk, and he'll make the catch. So 2 outs quickly here in the bottom of the second. Here's Cole Dillon, tonight's third baseman for the Potters, to 207 with a home run and 11 RBI. Out of Rockwall, Texas. Up here with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the second. Breaking ball, strike one. Wind blowing out a little bit tonight, about 6 miles an hour. Dillon takes that one a little bit high. So Cole even in the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Got Zach Chamiso, the Lincoln High product, on deck. Batting 8th tonight, followed by Drew Andrews. Check swing, did he go? I think he probably, no, he did not. I thought he did. Trying to be fair. But the first base umpire very casually said, nah. Piper with another loss today in the mascot race. Looked like he might have popped an Achilles there around third base, but he got up and made it. He was 9th out of 9, so Dillon fouls that one off. So probably not the Achilles, but definitely not a good performance here in the last home game for the Potters. He did get that one win, though, Riley Engineer, on his birthday. You remember that day? It was a great day for all of us. Then he got a little too full of himself. His head got a little bit too big, and the next night he went out and got trashed again. But still, he probably went out that night, actually, being honest, on his birthday. Inside for a ball. Piper doesn't pay for anything in this town. If you're Piper, you go around on your birthday, you're pretty much, you're living life pretty high on the hog. I know I'm sitting around to his table, whatever it is that he has. That would be the tough part. Full count on Dillon. High, ball 4. So Cole gets a walk. First one issued by Robert Avazian, third base runner for the Potters tonight. Here's Zach Chamiso. First baseman out of Lincoln High, Sierra College, and recently committed to San Jose State. 319 for Zach. He's another one of the guys whose bat really heated up late in the season for the Potters, enabling them to get to this championship series. Swings and misses at that fastball. 0-1 on Zach Chamiso. Drew Andrews, number 9 hitter, on deck. Hopefully getting a chance in this inning. Zach takes the high fastball. 1-1. Tyler Malone down at third base. Mike Levinier over at first, although he's hiding right behind that pillar, so I can't really see him that well. But I know he's over there. I feel his presence. One pitch is a high fastball, swung on and missed. 1-2. Dillon at first base, 2 outs, 1-2 on Zach. That one very high. 2-2. Carter Sharpio in left field, continually shielding his eyes from the sun out there. Very good crowd out here for this Championship Series Game 1. That is ball 3, although literally everybody on Healdsburg's infield core has almost left the field. 3-2 on Chamiso. Dillon will be going with 2 outs here in the second inning. Fouled off. Fastball at 90 from Avazian. We'll do it again, 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's that guy. He does a great job, Riley. Maybe about 5 years ago that could have been you. You know, back in your youth, before you got, involved in this engineering thing. Swung on and fouled again. Let's see if he comes out. There he goes. He's a little bit workmanlike. I'd like to see him loosen up a little bit, he's been a couple of days on the job. He's got the gig. Have some fun with it, Like the great Anthony Perez when he used to do that, and he would slide and pick up the ball and stuff. That was great. Ball 4. So Chamiso works a walk. Second in a row off Avazian, and brings up Drew Andrews, the number 9 hitter, but he has 2 home runs and 7 runs batted in out of, I believe, William Jessup. Jessup University, 286. Another guy who didn't get a lot of at-bats, but had 2 home runs, including a Grand Slam home run. That was, I think, against the West Coast Kings, and broke open the second game of that series. Swings and misses on an off-speed pitch. Took a little bit off that one, and it's 0-1 on Drew. Dillon at second, Chamiso at first, 2 outs here in the inning. Asani Johnson, the top of the order, on deck. Hit sharply but foul down the third baseline. He had that one fair, would have been trouble, but considerably foul. And it's quickly 0-2 on Drew Andrews. O2 misses high and outside, so it's 1-2 on Andrews. Potter scored in the first, and the Prune Packers come back with 6 in the top of the second. Potters have a couple on here after 2 are out, virtue of a couple of walks from Avazian. 1-2 on Andrews. Popped up, right back over us. Headed out into McBean Park proper, so it stays at 1-2. Hopefully that's not where you parked, Riley. Did you drive today, Riley? Oh, boy. Parallel park? Nice. Very nice. You've come a long way, my friend. 1-2. Swing and a miss. You got Andrews on strikes. So no runs, 2 left for the Potters. We go to the top of the third. It's Healdsburg 6 and Lincoln 1.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in our store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve, and getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today, or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register.
Top of the third, Prune Packers on top 6-1. Eamon Lance, Luke Mastoni, and Cole Caruso against Gerald Hansen. The Cole and Dominic, congratulations, they won the fill the bucket with the sponge game. Then it just turned into chaos as everybody started throwing buckets of water on each other. I could have predicted that. But at least they got the game over quickly. I mean, they filled the bucket very quickly, so Cole and Dominic, way to go. 1-0. Lance takes ball 2. Eamon reached on an error his first time up. He had a ground ball to shortstop Gargett. Going to second for the force out on Hayslip, threw the ball over the head of the second baseman Johnson. Popped out of play by Lance, 2-1. Eamon 283 during the regular season with 9 home runs out of Arizona State. Breaking ball in the dirt, 3-1. Ball 4, so Lance gets the base on balls. He'll go down to first base to open the third, and Luke Mastoni will be the hitter. He hit a fly ball, a sacrifice fly his first time up to deep right field. Picked up his 8th RBI of the season and just 11 official at-bats, as he is just 5 for 11 now with a home run and 8 runs batted in. Luke out of Murray State University. Pops that one up. On the infield, called by the first baseman Chamiso. He'll make the catch right near the pitcher's mound for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out on Mastoni, and that'll bring up Cole Caruso, who popped out to second base his first time up. Cole out of University of Michigan, sporting the .317 average with 3 home runs. Good lead at first base by Lance. Lined foul on the left field line. Over the dugout and over the fence and out into the proper McBean Park. Oh, 0-1. Great crowd out here tonight to check this one out. Final home game for the Lincoln Potters in the 2024 summer season. Breaking ball's in there. Now we have the West Coast World Series coming up. That starts on Saturday. Best way to watch that is just subscribe to Stones Broadcast Network's YouTube, and then we'll alert you whenever the Potters are playing. We'll also have, there's a throw down to first base. Nice block by Chamiso to keep that one from going to right field. We'll also have non-Potter games in the first and second day of the tournament, at least live streamed for you, so you can check them out. So, yeah, I think subscribing is the best. It's your best idea anyway. Fouled off. Stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cole Caruso. This is the last regular game for the Potters, non-tournament, even though it is a playoff series. Home game number 41 for the Potters on a very busy summer. Fastball's outside. It seemed like it went very quickly, Riley the engineer. Seemed like the summer just flew by. A lot of great games, a lot of really couple of heroic comebacks. I remember Jake Tandy with a walk-off 3-run home run. I think that was against the Crabs early in the season. Breaking ball misses the outside corner. Take it to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Some great performances, some great pitching performances, some great hitting performances. Ejections and arguments and stuff like that too. Line drive over Johnson's head into center field for a base hit. They're going to send it all the way around to third. The throw is going to go through, and safe at third base is Eamon Lance. So Caruso gets the single. He lined it right over Johnson's head, and Hassani was playing up the middle. And that'll bring up Jake Tatum, who doubled his first time up. Not taking kindly to being the dueling dogs batter, so he hit a double to left field. That is hit number 8 for the Prune Packers through 2 1/3 innings. Lance at third. Caruso is still at first. And here's Tatum. Breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Willie's doing his barking. That's not good. That always shows that it's very bad. Outside. His soundtrack is good. First strike is the little dogs, and then it builds the bigger dogs, and then when it's 2 strikes, bigger dogs, and then he starts doing his own, and that puts me off. He does his best, but I mean, come on. Popped up. Short center. Here comes Andrews. He's going to make the catch, get the throw out quickly, cut off by Chamiso. So Tatum flies out to center field. 2 outs, but the dangerous Robbie Hamchuk coming to the plate. Robbie is 2 for 2 today. 1 for 3 the last time these two teams played. I think he was 2 for 3 the time before that. So he is hitting well, make it that 2 for 4 with a couple of home runs back on July 11th. So he has done well in this park. And he already has 2 hits, a run scored, and 2 RBI tonight. He's got Lance at third and Caruso at first. Fastball is in there for a strike from Hanson, 0-1. Good patronage at the Brick and Barrel Backyard Beer Garden. Even when they found out he wasn't going to be half price, line foul over the top of everybody's head, even the bounce house, into the park. So it's 0-2. People found out there wasn't going to be half price. They went over there anyway. A lot of fans that you like, Riley, coming back from the beer garden with beer in each hand, not wasting anything. He hates waste, that Riley does. Hamchuk swings and misses. He is down on strikes. So no runs a hit. They left 2. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still Packers 6, Potters 1.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Bottom of the third inning from McBean Stadium. It's 6-1 Prune Packers. It's the top of the order: Asani Johnson, Kais Gargett, and Luke Mancy against Robert Avazian, who's given up 2 hits and 1 run in 2 innings. He has also walked a pair. He has struck out 1. That was Drew Andrews with 2 on in the bottom of the second. So the big right-hander will be facing Asani Johnson for the second time. Johnson singled and scored back in the bottom of the first inning, giving the Potters a temporary 1-0 lead. Just a great crowd out here enjoying the night. Well, not enjoying all of the night, but enjoying the night. Bounce house, there's no score in the bounce house, Riley. That's one thing I've learned. There's really no score in the bounce house. It's always just chaos, pandemonium, just nuts, just people going crazy in there. So here's Asani Johnson out of Elk Grove, California, University of Louisiana Monroe. left-handed hitter, the switching second baseman against Avazian. Inside for a ball. 1-0. Potter's trying to get something started here. Chip away a little bit at this lead. Johnson fouls that one back to the screen. Evens it up at 1-1 strike. I thought we might get the great Stones McCoy out here tonight for this celebratory engagement. And maybe he'll still show up. You never know. He pops up places. You never know. He did make his last strike guy appearance on, what was that, Saturday? Johnson takes an off-speed pitch in for a strike, 1-2. I don't know that he ever really got the last. I think that was the last out wasn't a strikeout, but I mean he did his job. He showed the energy. He showed why the character is iconic. You know, he showed a lot of good stuff about the character. Johnson swings and misses, and he is down on strikes. That's strikeout number 2, and both of them the last 2 hitters for Robert Avazian will bring up Caius Gargett, who had an RBI single in the first inning, scoring Johnson. He has picked up his 6th run batted into the summer. Came in at .395, so he's hitting over .400 right now for the Potters out of Anderson, Indiana, and the University of Kentucky. Caruso playing in at third base in case he decides to lay one down. He takes a ball inside, 1-0. Luke Mancy to follow. Takes outside for a ball, 2-0 on Caius. Spotters, fans, and players like waiting to get something going here. Get first guy on base, get a hit here, hit there. Right back up the middle, center field. There's a hit here. It's Caius Gargett going 2 for 2 in this one. Third hit for the Potters, second for Caius, and here's Luke Mancy, who didn't do a double play his first time up, 4-6-3. Out of Jamul, California, and University of New Mexico, Luke Mancy. 3:15 before that double play. Eamon Lance goes out to talk to Avazian and says, well, guy's a good hitter, you know. Remember we got this guy in a double play last time. How did we pitch him? You know, that's the kind of stuff you talk about out there. I'm envisioning that. No one ever talked to me. I was never a pitcher, so. I mean, when I was like 15, of course, but he didn't talk about the game when you had a meeting at the mound when you're 15. Mancy chops it foul. Off speed from Avazian. 0-1. Trey Furry, Potter's left fielder, the cleanup man, is on deck. Gargett at first with 1 out here in the third. Luke fouls that one off as well. 0-2. On Luke Mancy. Outfield pretty much straight away. Slightly in left center is Robbie Hamchuk against the left-hand hitting Mancy. Misses outside, 1-2. Game 2 of the series, Thursday in Healdsburg, 6 o'clock first pitch from Rec Park. Great place to watch a ball game. If you don't go down there, check out the Healdsburg game presentation. Their broadcast is an excellent one. Go to their website for details. 1-2. Sails high and outside again, 2-2. And then Friday, game 3 is necessary. That's also at Rec Park in Hillsburg at 6 p.m. first pitch. Two coming up. Luke takes outside, ball 3. So he's worked his way all the way to a full count here with 1 out. Gargett leading at first. See if he goes on the 3-2 pitch. He does. It's fouled off by Mancy. So we'll have to go back because those are the rules, and we'll do it again. 3-2 as our ball guy. I got to get his name, Riley. We got to figure out his name, or else we just have to give him a name. I don't think Homer's a good name. No. What about? I don't know. I'll come up with something. Myron isn't good. Throw over to first base and back in is Caius Gargett. Reginald, I don't think Reginald fits. Preston, Preston's a good name. Three-two pitches fouled down the right field line. Now Carson's a good name. I know we already have a Carson, but that that's a good name for a ball retrieval guy. 3-2 again on Luke Mancy. Gargett's going. Breaking balls outside. So great at bat by Luke. He works the base on balls. 2 on again for the Potters. This time only 1 out, and here's Trey Furry, who flied to right his first time up. Trey hitting .310 coming in. What about Hunter? What do you think about Hunter? Oh, you like it. Okay, let's go with Hunter then. All right, Hunter's the ball boy's name. He's doing a great job, which makes sense. He's hunting down. That's very good. Furry lines it into left field. That's a base hit. Gargett had to wait and see. Picked up by Sharpio and left and gunned into the cutoff man, so he had to hold at third, but Furry delivers the single. That loads the bases for the Potters here. 4th hit, and Will Lindbergh will be the hitter. Yeah, I like Hunter. So there you go. So we will give Hunter his due whenever he comes out of the dugout to do his thing. Right now, more importantly, Will Lindbergh at the plate with the bases loaded. Prune Packers in at the corners and double play in the middle of the field. They lead it by 5 here. It's still just the 3rd inning. Lindbergh fouls it back. 90 miles an hour from a Bayesian. Oh, Hunter came out to pick it up, and the umpire gave him the talk to the hand. Hunter turns around, does the U-turn, goes back into the dugout. 0-1. Now that we got to call him Hunter, I got to talk about him all the time. Okay, we won't. Lindbergh takes high. We got Gargett at third. We have Mancy at second. We have Trey Furry over at first. Potter's trailing it by 5. We're just in the bottom of the 3rd. And just 1 out. Lindbergh with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Will takes ball 2 outside. Good eye by Lindbergh. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. Will with 1 home run, 13 batted in this season, .259. Hit down the left field line. That is slicing foul. So well hit by Will, but in foul territory down the left field line. Two and two now. Big pitch right here, 2-2. High fastball, 3-2. So full count, bases loaded, 1 out here, just the 3rd inning. And Sonero's on deck for the Potters. Popped up out of play by Lindbergh. He hangs tough, and we'll go 3-2 again. Organist is really working overtime tonight. You notice that, Riley? The house organist, who doesn't always come out to every game, but really going crazy on the pipes tonight. High in the air, right field. Going back is Hayslip. It looks like he's going to have room. Now he comes in a little. A tag at second, a tag at third. The throw will go to third. It's offline, but scoring is Guys Gargett. It's an RBI for Lindbergh. Potters put one more up on the board. They now trail it 6-2. And they'll bring it up Ansoneros. So Lindbergh hit it pretty well to right field, got a little bit underneath it. So Potters score one. Furry stays at first base. Mancy moves over to third. And Anson, who's now 3 for 8, he flied to short center his first time up. And that is a little bit outside to Anson out of Placer High School, University of Oregon 1-0. First and third now, but 2 outs here in the third. That one's outside again, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Furry dancing off at first base. That one's in there for a strike. Took something off that one at 80 miles an hour, so it's 2-1. Cole Dillon to follow, but it's all about Ansoneros right now. 2-1. Furry goes. The throw's going to go down to second base. He's safe. Here comes the runner in from third. The Potters pull off the double steal, and it's 6-3. Perfectly executed double steal. And the Potters have scored twice now. That pitch, I believe, was ball 3. Throw went down to second. Furry was going to be safe. No, it's 2-2. My bad. I thought that was a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That is in there, call strike 3. So the Potters score twice in the third. We go to the fourth. They trail 6-3.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Front door with my teenage boy and a couple more from up the road. He had him by the collar, said he
Are we back now, Riley? We're back now. Top of the fourth. Oh, I know what it is. You wanted me to say, I want to make sure I give out a happy birthday shout. 21st birthday, Daniel Aceto. I had to do that because not only is Daniel Aceto a great guy in his own right, he is the grandson of Chris Wyatt, who's like, if there's a bigger legend than me, it's Chris Wyatt. So, I mean, shout out to Daniel, the grandson of Chris Wyatt, the cherished Chris Wyatt, watching the game tonight. And the Potters have narrowed it down in honor of Daniel, and they've made it a 6-3 game as they scored first in the first inning. Then the Packers came back with 6 in the second. Potters putting together a 2-run rally in the bottom of the third, and now it's 6-3. We go to the fourth inning, and Maddox Maloney will start us off, then Connor Sharpio and Joey Kramer. So 2, 3, and 4 for the Prune Packers. Maloney takes a breaking ball for a strike. He has struck out and singled, has Maddox Maloney. 1 for 2 in this one. Scored a run in that second inning. Breaking ball again, but that one misses. It's 1-1. Line foul. Look out, grassy knoll. I think it might have got one of the spectators down there after a bounce. It took all the speed off it though, hitting that grassy knoll. Hence the name. The grassy knoll takes all the spin, all the speed on. It was easy, just like a love tap when it finally got him. 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled out of the glove of Eros. So it's 1-2 still on Maloney out of the University of Oregon. He is the shortstop for the Prune Packers, who come in with a 22-5 league mark. 7 games free of second place. Line drive right at Johnson. A short hop. He's got it over to first. And a wild throw, and it gets past Chamiso, but backing up is Eros. So Johnson, who's playing right behind second base, bobbled that one on the short hop and then threw it wild to first. That will be the second Potter's error in the first 4 innings. The first one proved costly in the second inning, and then Connor Sharpio, who proved costly with a 3-run homer in the second inning, is the batter. Popped out to short his first time, then hit the 3-run homer to left center in that 6-run second inning. His 6th home run of the summer. Takes that one for a ball, 1-0. Conrad of Santa Rosa Junior College and then Cal State Long Beach playing out in left field for the Prune Packers tonight. They enjoy a 6-3 advantage here in the top of the 4th. Fastball misses outside, 2-0. Murmur through the crowd as that ball was only about a foot outside. So it's probably close enough to be called a strike at home. Two balls, no strikes. That one is on the outside corner for strike 2-1. One thing I've noticed, Riley, the engineer, with our TrackMan and all our technology, the only place the umpires consistently seem to have trouble is that top third of the strike zone. They usually don't give that. Otherwise, they're all over it. Line drive center field. Andrews coming in. He'll make the catch about shoulder height for the first out. Hit hard by Sharpio, but he lined it right at Drew Andrews. Fortunately for Drew, that's not right at him. It was a little to his right, so he made the adjustment. 1 out, and here's Joey Kramer. He has struck out. He has singled in this one. Joey came in at .406 with 15 home runs and 44 RBI out of Washington State. The Cougars. Hits that one down the left field line, but foul into the bullpen area. It looks like there's somebody up down there for the Prune Packers. That might be Elliott. No, that's not. That's 37, it looks like. .33 would be Barker. Blake Barker is warming up down there, loosening it up. At least that's what Willie says. And contractually, I have to go with whatever Willie says. I was told by the higher-ups, if Willie says it, you have to say it. So, because he's been here since day one. I mean, he deserves it, okay? Kramer takes outside. And it doesn't matter how wrong he is, I have to say whatever he says. I mean, that's just 1-1 on Kramer. Camden Hayslip on deck. Breaking balls, chopped foul down the third base line. And I think it is a fine play by a left-handed member of the Prune Packers who's guarding the bullpen area. Made a little swipe pickup of that, just like he does it every day. 1-2 now on Kramer. High fastball. Got him to go for that in the first inning. Didn't go for that this time. 2-2. Turning into a pleasant evening, and the shadows have gotten out to left field, so that should not be a problem out there any longer. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, off-speed pitch, and Kramer's down on strikes. So 2 outs, but it doesn't get any easier. Camden Hayslip is the batter. He singled in the first inning and then flied out deep to center field in the second inning, and I mean deep to center field. He homered off Hanson last week when these two teams met. He has 9 home runs on the season being the summer. Maloney's still over at first base. Swing and a miss by Hayslip. The fastball from Hansen at 84 gets by him, so it's 0-1. I was going to say, what a sweet Cleveland Indian jersey, except for that's just Wild Thing from the movie Major League. Swinging and missing. I don't mean it's actually the Wild Thing. I mean it's I think it's Ricky Vaughn jersey. So it's 0-2 quickly on Hayslip. Eamon Lance would be next here in the fourth inning, 6-3 Prune Packers. High fastball bends him back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 on Hayslip. Swings and misses. Fouls it in the Rose glove, and it's a strikeout. So good inning for Hansen. Gets 2 strikeouts. Leaves 1. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 6-3 Prune Packers.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Potters trail at 6-3. It's Cole Dillon, it's Zach Chamiso, it's Drew Andrews against Robert Evazian, who's given up 4 hits and 3 runs in 3 innings. He still has a 6-3 lead. Dillon chopped one foul. He walked the first time up, so Cole, not an official at bat yet. 207, a home run and 11 runs batted in. Hits it high and deep, but foul to left field, out to the grassy knoll area. A lot of activity over there. Almost a fine play by the bullpen catcher for the Prune Packers, who in full gear was going to make a leaping try at that one, as Barker, as we reported earlier, continues to warm up in the bullpen for Healdsburg, the left-hander out of University of Virginia. 0-2 on Cole Dillon. Outside, bounces one back to the backstop. It comes right back to Eamon Lance, but the umpire says, you know, that ball is not going to meet my specifications. I will throw a new one in, and we will commence play with that one. down the left field line out of play again, and the catcher looks up at it. That ball was hit pretty deep by Cole Dillon. So still 1-2 on Cole here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Game 1 of the Pacific Empire League Championship Series. First ever. That's outside. So when they look back on this in years, they're going to go, who was the engineer for the first ever Pacific Empire League Championship Series game broadcast? It's going to be Riley the engineer. That's pretty good. That's feather in the cap there, Riley. Pass ball outside. Lance was throwing the ball down to third base. Caruso was ready to receive it, but the umpire said outside. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. That is called strike 3 on a breaking ball. So Dillon is out on strikes. It brings up Zach Chamiso. That is the 3rd strikeout for Avazian. Chamiso walked his first time up. The Lincoln High product, committed to San Jose State. Hitting .319 on the summer, has a home run. Takes a strike, 0-1. 80 miles an hour from Avazian. Used that pitch where he's taken about 8 or 9 miles an hour off. Right down the middle to get ahead, 0-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball in the dirt, 0-2. So just like Dillon, Chamiso's down 0-2 right away. Inside, did that hit him? I think it did. A breaking ball, and Chamiso's going to go down to first base. So a break for the Potters. The 0-2 pitch hits Chamiso. I don't mean to be cavalier about it, Zach, when you listen back to this or whatever, watch it. But we're going to have the umpires talk and see whether he swung. I don't think he did, whether he came around in a swing. I don't know what they're doing. So I just heard some yelling. They talked, and I just heard one guy just went like that, and then they did some yelling. So Chamiso's at first base. And Drew Andrews, who struck out his first time coming to the plate. 286 for Drew. He has home run power with 2. He's going to think about bunting, pulls the bat back, and it is a ball. Down low. So 1-0. Checks with Tyler Malone down at third. Mike Lanier over at first. Tyler Robertson in the dugout, pulling the strings. Andrews chops it, but foul. Off the screen down the third base line, so it evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Drew out of William Jessup University, right down the road there. Play their home games right here at McBean Stadium. Intern John on the mic tonight down on the field, doing a great job. Andrews hits it to short, broke his bat, picked up it short to second for 1. They're not going to be able to get Andrews at first. It's a fielder's choice. Chamiso is retired. Andrews at first base for Asani Johnson. And they're going to hand the bat to Zach Chamiso. He'll bring it up. He'll give it to our buddy Hunter, who comes out. Bats, balls, doesn't matter for him. Hunter takes it all. And now we're going to have a meeting at the mound. It might be time for Blake Barker, and I think it is. Let's see if Avazian has reached his pitch count tonight, as there's a contingent coming in from the Prune Packers bullpen area. And there goes Avazian. And we will come back with the identity of our new pitcher. Potters trail it 6-3, bottom of the 4th.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Welcome back to McBean Stadium. Bottom of the fourth, Blake Barker is the new pitcher out of University of Virginia. Seventh appearance, 11 in the third innings, 5 hits, just 1 run allowed, 17 strikeouts, 4 walks. 1 loss record of 1-0. He does have a save, and he does have an ERA of an impressive 0.79. He'll face Sonny Johnson, who'll switch over and bat right-handed against the left-hander. Sonny is singled and struck out tonight. Andrews over at first base and 2 outs here in the fourth. Barker's first pitch is high at 91. Avazian 3 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs so far. He's responsible for Andrews' 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Actually, the walks that probably hurt him the most. Lined into right center field, moving over is Hamchuk. He's going to not be able to get there. It'll go all the way to the fence. Here comes Andrews around third. He'll score. Johnson's turning second. He's going to third. The throw, he is in there with an RBI triple, and it's now 6-4 Prune Packers. A triple for Asani Johnson. Andrews scores all the way from first base. It's 6-4, and that'll bring up Caius Gargett, who will also turn around and bat right-handed against the left-hander Barker. Caius RBI single in the first, singled and scored in the third. So he is 2 for 2, and he has Asani Johnson down at third base. There are 2 outs here in the fourth inning. The Potters put another one up on the board. Gargett swings and misses. Closes the book on Avazian. He'll be charged with that run, so 4 hits and 4 runs in 3 2/3 innings. 0-1 on Caius. Chops it down to third. That's a fair ball, short hop. Nice play by Caruso across to first for the out. So Caruso comes up with a web gem at third, but the Potters score once in the fourth. We go to the fifth. They trail 6-4.
This job is the Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Top of inning number 5. It's a 6-4 ball game. Potters and the Prune Packers. Eamon Lance, Luke Mastoni, and Cole Caruso will be against Gerald Hansen, who's still in there. He's had 3 good innings and 1 not so good inning, although most of the runs in the 6th inning, or his second inning, the 6-run second inning, most of those were unearned. But he shut them down with 2 hits over the other 3 innings. He also has 5 strikeouts as we go into the 5th, and it'll be Eamon Lance, who has reached on an error and walked. And he is the first hitter of the Farmers' 5th, so if he makes an out in any way, shape, or form, Farmers Brewing will throw it together for a half price for the rest of the inning for Potter fans and Prune Packer fans and any other PEL fans who are in the building who want to go get a beer. First pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0 from Hansen. That's down low and outside, so it's 2-0. Sonny Johnson coming up with a big 2-out RBI triple in the bottom of the 4th. So the Potters, who led 1-0, trailed 6-1, now are closed to within 6-4 here in the top of the 5th. Fastball misses outside, so it's 3-0. Lance led off the 3rd inning with a base on balls. Ultimately stranded at at third base. 3-0 pitch is right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. Lance out of Arizona State University against Gerald Hansen from Cal State Northridge. Hit high in the air to left field. Furry looking up. He doesn't have the sun to contend with anymore, so he makes the catch for the first out. So that means that half price on Farmers the rest of the inning, but more importantly, that means that Lance does not lead off the inning by reaching base, and it'll bring up Luke Mastoni, who hit a deep fly to right field in the second inning for a sacrifice fly, then popped up to first his second time. So Luke is 0 for 1 with an RBI, 5 for 12 on the season with 8 runs batted in. He does have a home run. Breaking ball catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 on Luke. Takes that one a little bit outside. That one a little bit further outside, so it's 2-1 on Mastoni from Murray State University. Lines that one over, shortstop in the left field for a solid base hit. So Mastoni gets his first hit. That is hit number 9 for the Prune Packers. And it'll bring up Cole Caruso, who has popped a second and singled. Caruso from the University of Michigan came in with a .317 batting average. Hitting in the number 8 spot for Healdsburg. Caruso takes a fastball inside corner, strike, 0-1. That one swung on and missed off speed, pulls the string, 0-2. Check the runner at first, 0-2 pitch, hit down to third. That's a fair ball. To second for 1. Nice play, but first no turn from Johnson. Cole Dillon picks it up, guns it to second base for the fielder's choice. And Caruso will be at first base with 2 outs now. And the Dueling Dogs batter, Mr. Jake Tatum, who has doubled and flied to center, will be the hitter. Jake at .292. Out of University of Houston. Right-hand hitting second baseman. Pretty big lead over at first base by Caruso. Pitch is inside, picked up by Rose. Throws the second in. It's waiting there for the runner as he slides into the tag. So Potter shut him down in the top of the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Potter's trail 6-4.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're Five Star Bank. How can we help you?
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry.
Bottom of the fifth, Piper running the dance contest down there. The song is "It's Raining Tacos," which is a subtle dig to Javi over at Mi Ranchito that it would be nice to have some tacos up here. And we got a winner. Oh, the winner is maybe 3. But I think they get a hat or something for that. And that's a tremendous dance contest as always. Run by Piper, Playoff Piper we call him, Playoff P. Luke Mancy will start us off. Trey Furry will follow him. Then Will Lindberg against Blake Barker, the second pitcher for the Prune Packers. Mancy slices it foul down the left field line over by the grassy knoll area. And it is 0-1. Luke is into a double play and walked. Scored in the third inning on the back end of a double steal with he and Trey Furry. Lines that one in the same spot, virtually the same place. And it is 0-2. You don't get anything for that, though. Piper jauntily walking away after running a tremendous dance contest. That's out down to first base. Big hop over there for Mastoni. He'll step on the bag for the out. So Mancy is out, 3 unassisted. One out here in the fifth, and Trey Furry, who's flied to right and singled, and is 1 for 2 in this one, came in at 310. Folsom Lake College, William Jessup University, Trey Furry, Potter legend. Stepping up here, batting in the 4th spot for Tyler Robertson tonight. Swings and misses at that fastball from Barker at 91. Potters led 1-0, trailed 6-1, and have put 3 up on the board in the last 2 innings to trail at 6-4. Furry takes down in the dirt, 1-1. Right-handed left fielder against Barker. Fouls that one back to the screen. Making a good cut at a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, but he's down in the count now 1-2 as Lindberg watches from the on-deck circle just in the bottom of the fifth here. First game of the Pacific Empire League Championship Series. Game 2 will be Thursday in Healdsburg, 6 o'clock first pitch from Rec Park. Furry takes call, strike 3. First strikeout for Barker, second out of the inning. And here's Will Lindberg, who's grounded out to first and hit a sacrifice fly. Had the fly back in the third inning. His 14th run batted in the season. Left-hander against left-hander here with Barker. Lindberg takes a strike. And Cinero's the catcher on deck, a switch hitter. He'll bat right-handed against Barker if he gets to the plate in this inning. Swinging a foul ball into the catcher's mitt, so it's 0-2. Lindbergh takes outside for a ball. 93 from Blake Barker on that one, just off the outside corner. So it's 1-2 on Will. That's down low, 2-2. Eamon Lance smothering that one. No activity that we can tell or discern in the Potters bullpen or the Prune Packers right now. 2-2 coming up. Lindbergh slices it foul back into the screen, so it's still 2-2. Tyler Malone will handle that one down in third base coaching box. Two once again. Chop foul down the first base line this time on an inside fastball from Barker at 92. Fouled back to the screen, dangerously close to those Stones Broadcast Network cameras, and Raleigh does not like that because that means he has to go down and move everybody aside and adjust the camera and everything. Although I think your spot is clear down there tonight, Riley, so you don't have to shove people aside like you enjoy doing. 2-2 pitch is outside, 3-2. So full count to Will, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Hit sharply, but right at the shortstop Maloney on the big hop over to first for the out. So 1-2-3 for Barker in the fifth. We go to the sixth. Potters trail 6-4.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet.
Top of the sixth inning, it's Jake Tatum. Then the top of the order, Robbie Hamchuk and Maddox Maloney against Gerald Hansen, who's out there for the Potters, the left-hander out of Roseville, California. Tatum, who was the batter when Caruso was thrown out at second base by Arrows to end the fifth, so he's going to get another chance. He's doubled and flied to center. Gives Willie another chance to play his Barking Dog soundtrack, so that's always a nice thing. Takes a strike, 0-1. So 1/3 of the way, and that usually means that the dogs get a little bit growlier, a little bit tougher, a little bit bigger. More of a low growl, I think. Hit down the first base line. That's a fair ball into the bullpen. That's going to go all the way to the corner. Going to second base is Tatum, and he's thinking about third. He'll go. The throw will be not even in yet, and it's finally cut off as that one got way into the corner down there. I think they're going to make him go back to second base and say that the ball was under the fence, but now they're going to talk about it. He's staying at third. The umpires are We've got another umpire who's going to, the first base umpire who went out, he'll make the final call since he's the one who was right there. And he'll pass along what was going on, and we'll figure out if we're second or if we're third. And we are, I believe we're second, but the third base coach for Healdsburg is going to go, look, I was at the meeting at home plate, which lasted like 7 or 8 minutes today. And we never discussed that. So I think that we should reconsider. And now they're going to reconsider and send the runner back to second base. So Tatum with a perfectly placed hit down the first baseline has his second double of the game. That is hit number 10 for the Prune Packers and brings up the top of the order Robbie Hamchuk. And now we have umpires moving all over the place. Okay, now we're talking to the first base coach for the Prune Packers. And I think we finally got it figured out, and Tatum is stuck at second base. Double's nothing to sneeze at. Not like a triple, but still. Hamchuk has doubled, he's singled, and he's struck out. So he is 2 for 3 with 2 runs driven in and 1 run scored out of the University of Michigan. Slices that one down the right field line, but that one is foul. Potters with a left-hander warming up. That might be Healdsburg down there. I'm not sure. We'll get Ronnie the engineer on the Stones Broadcast Network binoculars and figure it out. 0-1 on Hamchuk with Maddox Maloney to follow here in the top of the 6th. Breaking ball swung on and missed right to the back foot of Hamchuk. So it's Luke Healdsburg warming up for the Potters. 0-2 now on Hamchuk. High fastball, 1-2. Hope those kids aren't in for a rude awakening, standing right behind home plate, the screen right there, the netting. Very close up there. 1-2. In the dirt, nice block by Eros. 2-2. Nobody out here. Tatum at second base. 6-4 Prune Packers, top of the 6th inning. Willie calls for more cowbell, and yeah, he brought the kid away from the screen to ring his cowbell. Good job, Willie. 2-2 pitch outside corner, call strike 3. 6 strikeout for Gerald Hansen. That just well done, Willie. He's a substitute teacher. He knows what he's doing. That'll bring up Maddox Maloney, who struck out, singled, and reached on an error. They're going to go to third and safe. Stealing third is Tatum. Now the umpires can come in and point at somebody for no apparent reason. So Tatum materializes at third base. 1 out here and Maloney at the plate. Connor Sharpio to follow. Arrows is going to move the infield in with the runner at third base. And a 6-4 count here in the 6th inning. Maloney 295 on the season, 10 runs batted in. Takes that one outside, 1-0. Hansen getting the sign from Arrows. 1-0 pitch. Little blooper over the head of Johnson in this right field for a hit. Might have got that one in regular position, but it's a single for Maloney. Run scores from third, and it's now 7-4 Prune Packers. Maloney gets his second hit of the game, picks up his 11th RBI of the season. And here's Connor Sharpio. Just hit that one off the handle and got it over drawn in infield, which is, you know, you're risk rewarding on that one. So now it's Maloney. Sharpio takes inside Maloney at first, and Connor Sharpio, who has a pop-up, a 3-run homer and a line out in this one. A home run in the second inning, he lined to center in the 4th. Sharp grounder foul down the third base line. Another good play by the bullpen crew out there for the Prune Packers down the left field line. 1-1 now on Connor Sharpio out of Cal State Long Beach. He's got Maloney over at first base and one out here in the sixth. Prune Packers now up 7-4. Line drive, base hit left field. Scooped up by Trey Furry. He gets it back in. Third hit of the inning for the Prune Packers. And Tyler Robertson's going to make a pitching change. We'll come back with the new pitcher. Top of the sixth inning. Prune Packers on top, 7-4.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Top of the sixth, 2 on and 1 out. Luke Kalsbeck is the new pitcher, the left-hander, making his 5th appearance. 6 in the third innings, 5 hits. A 2.84 ERA. He is 1-1 on the season out of Arbuckle, California, and headed to University of Washington. He'll face Joey Kramer, who takes a fastball for a strike on the inside corner. Kramer struck out twice and singled in this one. Brings his 15 home runs to the plate with him and 44 runs batted in. Maloney at second, Sharpio over at first. Breaking ball, nubbed down to first base. Chamizo's only going to have one play. He'll step on the bag and retire Kramer. Moving the runners along to second and third. 2 out, and Camden Hayslip will be the hitter. Singled, fly deep to center, and struck out for Camden against Gerald Hansen. Scored a run back in the second, so he is 1 for 3, has 9 home runs. 29 batted in, 328 average coming in out of the University of Alabama. Left-hander against the left-hander Kalsbeck. Swing and a miss on an inside fastball, 0-1. 87 from Luke. 6'3", 195 pounds, out of Arbuckle, California. Oh, 1. Slice foul over the grassy knoll in left field out into the park. A lot of activity down that left field line. 0-2 quickly on Hayslip. Eamon Lance on deck. If Camden should keep the inning going for Healdsburg, they lead at 7-4 here in the sixth. Breaking ball is popped up, but it's out of play. Hayslip taking big cuts at everything coming down the pike. Not going to get cheated here. And it turned out to be a beautiful night out here at McBean Stadium. Great crowd out here for the playoff game. Championship Series game, I like to call it. I think that'll catch on. It's hit high in the air to left field. Furry goes back, still going back, and that is out of here. A home run for Hayslip. Didn't know if he got enough of it when he hit it, but it just kept on going, and it's a 3-run home run, and it makes it 10-4 in favor of the Prune Packers. So all those runs the Potters came back with, Hayslip is seemingly his 55th or 56th home run against the Potters this season. Hit that one to the opposite field. So 4 runs in the inning for the Prune Packers to bring up Eamon Lance. Takes the fastball outside and high, 1-0. Lance has reached on an error, walked, and fly to left. So 0 for 2 with a run scored. Pops that one up. Andrews coming in. Now Johnson going out at second. Andrews can't see it. It's going to drop in the throw to second, and he's going to be in with a double. Andrews never saw it. Johnson didn't realize that, I don't think, until it was too late. And Lance is in at second base. So tough luck for Kelsbeck on that one. He got the pop-up, but nobody could find it. So Lance is now at second base, and Mastoni will be the hitter. Sac fly, pop out, and a single for Luke. So he's 1 for 2. Picked up his 12th run batted in. Excuse me, his 8th run batted in. With that sacrifice fly back in the second inning, when the Prune Packers had 6. Breaking balls in the dirt. 1-0. Look back at Lance at second. That's hit out into center field. Andrews coming on. He'll make the catch on the run for the third out. Prune Packers score 4 more. We go to the bottom of the 6th. They lead at 10-4.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Bottom of inning number 6. Potters trail at 10-4. It'll be Antoneros, Cole Dillon, and Zach Chamiso. Potter legend Will Law taking part in the spinning bat contest. I hear he acquitted himself. Not that great. Didn't really embarrass himself, but he wasn't, he didn't sail through it. So Anson hitting right-handed against the left-hander Blake Barker, who came on for Avazian in the 4th. Gave up a triple to Johnson, then got Gargett a 1-2-3 5th. So Blake back out here against Eros, who takes a ball down low. Anson flied to center and struck out. So he is 0 for 2 in this one. Swings and misses at that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Barker at just 87 on that one. He's been as high as 93. Chopped out to cut off by the third baseman Caruso. Across to first for the out. Would have had a chance if it got through to shortstop, but Caruso cuts it off for the first out here in the 6th inning for the Potters. It brings up Cole Dillon, who has struck out and walked in 2 trips to the plate so far. Playing at third base out of Rockwall, Texas, Mr. Cole Dillon. 207 coming in with a home run and 11 RBI. Check swing, he went around, 0-1. 90 miles an hour from Barker. Big inning for the Prune Packers, 6 runs in the 2nd and then 4 more in the 6th. Potters chipping away in between the 2 innings, but they can only muster 4. Line drive right back up the middle. What a diving catch at shortstop by Maddox Maloney. Diving to his left, taking a hit away from Cole Dillon. You hate to see it for the Potters, but what a play by Maloney. A true web gem for the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and to bring up Zach Chamiso. Chamiso walked and was hit by a pitch, so no official at-bats for Zach. Left-hander against left-hander. In the dirt, 1-0. Drew Andrews on deck for the Potters. Chamiso swings and fouls that one back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike on Zach, who recently committed to San Jose State University. So they're getting a good one down there in Spartanland. Swings and misses at that. Beautiful slider from Barker. Started out over the plate but didn't end up there. It's 1-2, which seems unfair in a way, but I suppose that's the whole point, isn't it? That's outside and low, 2-2. Eamon Lance behind the plate for the Prune Packers. Caruso at third, Maloney at short, Tatum at second, Mastoni at first, Sharpio, Hamchuk, and Hayslip in the outfield. 2-2 pitches low, 3-2. Swings and misses at the fastball in the inside corner. So 1-2-3 for the Potters in the 6th. We go to the 7th. It's the Prune Packers winning at 10-4.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Top of inning number 7, playing some Neil Diamond over the speakers. And again, I'll just say it one more time. It wouldn't hurt to get a different song. Separate yourself from the pack. Don't do Sweet Caroline. Do a different song. There's a lot of songs that Neil Diamond has that you can actually do. Nobody wants to do that. Cole Caruso will start us off here against Carlsbeck. Swings and misses. Caruso has popped out, singled into a fielder's choice, so he is 1 for 3. He's followed by Jake Tatum and then Robbie Hamchuk. 8, 9, and 1 for the Prune Packers. Kalsbeck's fastball outside. He relieved Gerald Hansen and went 5 in the third innings. Fouled out of play. So 1 and 2. That breaking ball is outside and high, so it's 2 and 2 now. Line drive, left field, base hit. Caruso spanks one to left field. That is hit number 15 for the Prune Packers and brings up Jake Tatum, who has 2 of them, both of them doubles. One down the third base line and one down the first base line. The second baseman from the University of Houston, 2 for 3, fly to center in the third. Outside off-speed pitch from Kalsbeck, 1-0. Go over to first base, the runner is back easily. One ball, no strikes. Just starting the top of the 7th inning here. Outside, the throw to first is way over the head of the first baseman. Getting up is Caruso. He might try for third. Is running it down is Lindbergh, and Caruso around second. He'll go to third. He might keep going. He will keep going. The throw is in. It's cut off. It's not even going to be made at the plate. Caruso comes all the way around and scores on the throwing error. Third error for the Potters tonight. And Caruso came all the way around as that one went over the head of the first baseman in the right field corner. And Lindbergh, who was playing straightaway right field, had a long way to go to pick it up. Caruso never stopped and came all the way around to score. 11-4 now in favor of the Prune Packers. A 2-0 count here to Jake Tatum. Pops it up down the right field line. Foul territory. Tomiso running into the area over there. He will not have a chance to get it. So it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike on Tatum. Fly ball center field. Andrews going to have to go back at the last minute. Reaches up and makes the catch. Tatum hit it very well, but Andrews makes the catch in center field for the first out. Goes back to the top of the order, and Robbie Hamchuk, who has doubled, singled, and struck out twice. 2 RBI and a run scored for Robbie. Came in at 344. Picked up runs batted in number 10 and 11. Takes that one in there for a strike. Off speed from Kalsbeck. 0-1. Does the same thing. That's lined into the dugout area for the Prune Packers. Fortunately for them, they have like 7 people standing up away from where it was. So they can field it on the rebound. So it's quickly 0-2 on Hamchuk, the center fielder, leadoff hitter for the Prune Packers. Swings and misses. Healdsburg gets the strikeout. So 2 outs here in the 7th, and Maddox Maloney will be the hitter. Struck out, singled, reached on an error, and then RBI single over a drawn-in infield back in the 6th inning. So Maddox picked up his 11th run batted in the season. He is 2 for 4. Breaking ball, a check swing, and it's in there for a strike, 0-1. Maloney out of the University of Oregon, just like the catcher Encineros for your Potters, so probably chatting right now about experiences. Fastball, nice looking pitch inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Connor Sharpio on deck. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 1-2 on Maloney. Breaking ball's hit weakly out towards short. A long throw to first base, and he did not get him. That was Gargett. Nothing really much he could do. Cutting in front of him was Dillon to try to cut it off. He couldn't, and legging it out is Maloney, his 3rd hit of the night. Connor Sharpio popped out, hit a 3-run home run, lined out and singled. He scored twice. He was driven in 3. Pops that one up, and it's out of play to our right. It's like Perry Kyle's warming up for the Potters down in the bullpen. That one's fouled back to the screen. So quickly 0-2 on Sharpio. Came out of Santa Rosa Junior College and then now at Cal State Long Beach. Joey Kramer on deck. And out towards shortstop, big hop for Gargett. He'll flip it over to Johnson for the 4th out, and that's inning. 1 run, 1 error for the Potters. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Prune Packers 11, Potters 4. Bottom of the 7th inning, Potters trailing at 11-4. They'll send up Drew Andrews, then Hassani Johnson and Caius Gargett against the left-hander Blake Barker, who came on in the 4th inning relieving Robert Abazian. Gave up a triple to Johnson in the 4th and got the next out and is retired the next 7 batters after that triple with 2 strikeouts, and Drew Andrews will be our first hitter. He has struck out and into a fielder's choice. So Drew is 0 for 2 today. Out of William Jessup University. Swings and misses at that one from Barker at 88, so it's 0-1 on Drew. 286 for Andrews, 2 home runs and 7 batted in, and not that many at bats for the Potters this summer. Takes that one inside and low, so it's 1-1. Fastball is in there, 1-2. Game 2 is Thursday. Day off tomorrow. Game 2 is Thursday, 6 o'clock, Rec Park in Healdsburg. Line drive right back up the middle. That's into center field, a base hit. Took something off that one at 86, and Drew shot it right back up the middle for the Potters' 6th hit of the night, and it'll bring up Hassani Johnson, who has 2 of those 6, a single in the 1st and an RBI triple in the 4th. He struck out in the 3rd. Hassani batting right-handed against Barker, greeted him with an RBI triple back in the 4th. So 6 o'clock on Thursday. If you can't make the trip down to Healdsburg, checking out the Healdsburg game broadcast is excellently done. Probably check out their website and get all the information, the links there. Johnson takes the strike. Oh and 1 on Asani out of Elk Grove, California. University of Louisiana Monroe. Takes outside. 1-1. Franklin High School down in Elk Grove. Asani Johnson. Came in at .345 for the Potters this summer. 2 for 3 tonight. Takes ball 2. Does look like there is somebody warming up for the Prune Packers way down that third baseline, way in the corner down there. Have to get the strong magnification for the Stones Broadcast Network binoculars. Sonny takes outside, 3-1. You're going to see all the way down to that corner. We don't usually see any Prune Packer pitcher go over 2 or 3 innings. Have a pretty deep group over there. They come out throwing hard right away. 3-1 pitch. Chopper out towards second base. Tatum's going to have to short up, but it's into center field under his glove for a base hit. Good base running by Drew Andrews. He just kept on going. That's a tough play out there for Tatum. He had to got the big hop and had to take the real short, quick hop. And Johnson has his third hit. It's first and third. Nobody out here in the 7th. Alec Ballardis is the right-hander warming up. We saw Alec last time. So with 2 on and nobody out, it's Caius Gargett. He singled in the first, he singled in the third, and he grounded a third in the 4th inning. A good play by Cole Caruso. Retired Caius. Check swing, it's outside and high, 1-0. Luke Mancy on deck. Potters now with 7 hits in this one. That one is also a ball, 2-0. Coming in at 91 from Barker. I tell you, the staff organist is really doing a great job tonight. I don't know why we don't have him here every time. There goes the runner. The pitch is high. The throw is not made. And getting back to third base is Drew Andrews as Johnson goes into second with the stolen base. Weren't going to fall for the double steal again, but almost caught Andrews off of third. But he gets back safely. It's a 3-0 count coming up to Caius Gargett. Takes a fastball right in there for a strike. Nobody out, 2 on for the Potters, bottom of 7. Three-one pitch is outside and high. So Gargett gets the base on balls. The bases are loaded with nobody out here in the 7th. And Luke Mancy, the hitter. And there's going to be a little chat on the mound for the Prune Packers. Potters opened up the scoring with 1 in the bottom of the 1st. Then Healdsburg came back with 6 in the 2nd. Potters with 2 in the 3rd and 1 in the 4th, closing the gap. But then Prune Packers with 4 more in the 6th and 1 more in the 7th to open up the 11-4 lead. Potters threatening here with the bases loaded. A couple hits, Andrews and Johnson, then the walk to Caius Gargett. The umpire's going to go, hey, I'm as much of a fan of the conversation as the next guy, but you guys have been at it a while here. Why don't we just all break it up? As friends, no hard feelings. Break it up. You've already got a guy warming up. We know that. So they exchange some pleasantries, and we are ready to get going again. Mancy's hit into a double play, walked and grounded out to first. Out of the University of New Mexico, Mr. Luke Mancy, hitting .315 with 15 runs batted in. Takes a fastball outside, 1-0. Trey Furry on deck, cleanup man for the Potters. Outfield is a little slide over to the left and medium deep, not really deep for Mancy. Luke takes outside again, 2-0. Potter's trailing by 7, so obviously the more base runners, the better for Lincoln. A 2-0 count to Mancy. Chops it out towards second base. Slowly hit, though. They flip it to second for 1, back to first, not in time. It's a fielder's choice. It's an RBI for Mancy. It's 11-5 in favor of the Prune Packers. Moves Johnson over to third. Mancy's at first base. I think the coach is going to try to say the runner at second got in the way or something, some sort of obstruction situation. And they're going to ask the base umpire, who if there was, he should have called it already. I mean, he was standing right there. Johnson moves over to third base. So it doesn't look like there's anything going to happen out of that. And now the coach is going to come back and chat with him again. And I'm sorry, once you're tried for a crime, you can't do it again. It's double jeopardy. And he said no, and you've got to learn to take that. So here's Trey Furry coming up to the plate. He's got Johnson at third. He's got Mancy now at first. As the conversation keeps going over there down the third base line. So I don't think you can't do the same one again, and you can't really bring up another one. Well, if that didn't work, what about this? No, you can't do that either. The umpire says, when the umpires put up that one hand like open palm toward you, you know they're serious. And now we're ready to go again as Furry is chatting with the catcher, Eamon Lance. As Carson, the intern, has been here all summer, doesn't know how to close the door yet. Well, I mean, I shouldn't have given him the number 1 ranking, I guess. That was on me. That was on me, Riley. So here's Furry. Slices it foul down the right field line off the screen. Will Lindbergh on deck. Comes all the way back behind the plate. Where's Hunter? Where's my guy Hunter? The umpire has to go pick it up himself. Oh, man. That's going to count against us. 0-1 now on Trey. Outside. 1-1. Lance snags that one before it goes back to the screen, but it would have hit the backstop and come right back to him. 1-1 coming up from Barker out of the University of Virginia. Breaking balls fouled back to the screen. 1-2. Took something off that one, about 5 or 6 miles an hour from Barker. Ahead in the count to Trey Furry, 1-2. In the dirt, and that's a nice block by Lance right there. 2-2. No telling where that one would have gone. Evens it up against Trey. Out of William Jessup University. Folsom Lake College before that. And Lincoln Potters during the summer for Trey Furry. Hit down to second base. Try it again to second for 1 from Tatum. The throw to first is in time. He's out at first. A 4-6-3 double play. So the Potters get the bases loaded. Nobody out. They score once, but that's it. We go to the 8th. They trail it 11-5.
This job is the Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We are putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Top of inning number 8, Perry Kiles is the new pitcher for the Potters. The right-hander making his 11th appearance, 13 in the third innings, 9 hits. He has walked 10, struck out 16. He's 1-1 on the season. ERA of 2.70. He will face Joey Kramer, then Camden Hayslip and Eamon Lance, 4, 5, and 6 for the Prune Packers, who got out of the bases-loaded situation with just allowing 1 run in the bottom of the 7th, so they lead at 11-5. Kramer struck out twice, he's grounded out, and he's singled, so he is 1 for 4 out of Washington State University. Game 1 of the Pacific Empire League Championship Series here from McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California. Mark the Phantom Low here with you, along with Riley the Engineer. Happy to bring this one to you, the first ever, and Kyles is going to have to talk to Encinaros and get some things straight before they embark on this top of the 8th inning. Great crowd out here for the first game of this series. Second game, take a day off tomorrow and convene again on Thursday in Hillsburg at Rec Park at 6 p.m. Hopefully on the same page now, the battery mates split up, and Kramer will step in. Joey 406 with 15 home runs during the summer. Lifts that one out toward right field toward the line. Will Lindbergh is keeping a run on. He's not going to get there. It's on top of the tarp over the VIP kiln area down there. So it is 0-1 on Kramer. But Will says, I had to run after it. Doesn't matter. I got to get back. As we watch Jordan Georgeson, the legendary photojournalist from Gold Country Media, slip into that front row seat to get a better angle for his pictures. Breaking ball is a ball 1-1, although he's probably just trying to get there to get good seats. 1 ball and 1 strike right underneath the Stones Broadcast Network cameras. Inside for a ball. Jordan works with us when we do American River College football during the fall. We'll be back out doing it again. I think 2 games in September, 1 in October, and 2 in November, and hopefully some playoff action as well. Does a great job on the commentary. A lot of fun out there at ARC. First game, I think, about about 25 days from now, I think we've got some soccer to take care of, Riley. So it'll be fun to see you out there. Outside. 3-1 now. Popped up again, and that'll be out of play. 3-2. Late August, early September. Sometimes it's really, really hot, and sometimes it just gets cold. You never know what's going to happen out there. Kind of fits the soccer milieu. You really never know what's going to happen. Full count to Kramer. Ground ball, that's going to be Chamiso. He's going to have to get it to Kyles. He'll have plenty of time to do so and make the first out. So Kramer's retired for the first out in the 8th inning. It'll bring up Camden Hayslip, who is singled, flied to center, struck out, and hit a 3-run home run. So he is 2 for 4. He scored twice. He's driven in 3. That's his 10th home run of the summer. He now has 32 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter out of the University of Alabama. Comes up here with 1 out in the 8th inning. And Eamon Lance to follow him. Check swing. Called a strike. 0-1 on the left-hand hitting right fielder. 328 coming in. He has been a problem for the Potters all summer long. Swings and misses at that one. Off-speed pitch from Kyle's had him guessing. 0-2 quickly. Perry Kyle's out of Tomball, Texas, and Southern University. Swing and a miss. Retires him on 3 pitches for the second out. That'll bring Eamon Lance to the plate. Reached on an air, walked, fly to left, and doubled. His double was a pop-up to center field that no one could find, so he took advantage of it. He's probably going to say, yeah, but there's a bunch of line drives I hit that people caught, so it all evens out. It really never evens out. Nothing that people say it all evens out about ever evens out. I don't care what it is. That is my philosophy. That's my wisdom I pass along to you, Riley. Strike 1 to Lance out of Arizona State. Big power hitter with 9 home runs this summer. Check swing, and that's a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Line drive center field. Andrews coming over. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Looked a lot. It was hit a lot harder than it was, but it drops in for another Lance base hit. His second of the night. 17th hit for the Prune Packers. And it will bring up Luke Mastoni. Mastoni had a sac fly in the second, popped out in the third, singled in the fifth, flied out in the sixth, and then singled in the seventh. So a couple hits. Takes down low for a ball. Take that just 1 for 3 with a sacrifice fly. Picked up RBI number 8 in the second inning with the fly out to right field. Fastball inside. 88 from Perry Kyles. 2-0 now. Cole Caruso on deck, the third baseman, number 8 hitter in the Prune Packer lineup. Mastoni from Murray State University. Just 11 at-bats on the season before coming in tonight. Throw over to first base, runner is back in. High for a ball, 3-0. We had Alec Bellardis earlier warming up for the Prune Packers. Potters, I thought, had someone else warming up or maybe take over the ninth, but don't see anybody down there right now. 3-0 pitch is a strike, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 8th. Ball 4. So now 2 on after 2 were out, and Cole Caruso, who singled twice, popped out into a fielder's choice. Will come to the plate, 2 for 4 on the night, 317 on the summer at the University of Michigan. Right-handed hitter against Kyles. There's some good encouragement from the crowd. Strike him out. I approve of that. I endorse this message. Arrows is going to go out and talk to Kyles again. I think Caruso probably didn't take that personally, though. I don't think he thought that kid was yelling at him personally. So he settles in with runners at first and second. There goes the runner at second. The pitch is down low, and it's a double steal pulled off by the Prune Packers. Second and third now. A 1-0 count on Cole Caruso. Popped up back over the screen. Evens it up, 1 ball and 1 strike. Potters will have Lindbergh, Arrows, and Dillon when they come up to the plate in the bottom of the 8th inning. They trail it 11-5. Popped up again by Caruso. So it's 1-2 on Cole. One ball, 2 strikes. Piper is retired to his spacious locker room. It's in the dirt, knocked down by Arrows. He did another good yeoman's work out here by Piper tonight. Another great season for the Peacock. I was afraid he might have popped an Achilles tonight, but I think he's going to be okay. But I think his dance contests were the highlight of his summer. Certainly not the races. Kyles is going to step off after Lance is running down, and they're going to call a balk. Lance did what he set out to do, which is distract Kyles and cause a mistake, and he got the balk, and he'll score the 12th run. Going to third will be Mastoni. Caruso takes inside. Full count, 3-2. Popped up right side. Should get out of play. Chamiso thought about it. He's going to pull up. Watch it hit over in that first base area by the Brick and Barrel Backyard Beer Garden, which unfortunately is shelved for another season as it's after the 7th inning. So closed down after another good night's work down there by the crew of the beer garden. Another full count coming up to Caruso. Swings and misses, got him on strikes. 1 run for the Prune Packers in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. They lead it 12-5.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time. felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades.
Alec Ballard is the new pitcher as we move into the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 12-5 Packers lead. It'll be Will Lindbergh, Antoneros, and Cole Dillon against Alec Ballardis. Ballard is making his 16th appearance. 23 in the third innings, 18 hits. He is 2-0 with a 2.31 ERA with 2 saves. And Lindbergh takes high for a ball, 2-0. Another helpful heckle, hit a home run number 9, which I find to be tremendous and well-meaning, well-intentioned. Strike, 2-1. Lindbergh fouls that one back to on the pole right next to the Stones Broadcast Network cameras. And that one reverberated across the universe right there. Almost knocked Rye, the engineer, down. It was so close. Although he's a slight fellow, so it doesn't take much to knock him down. Although he does his best to eat muy ranchito, so he's trying to bulk up a little bit. Fouled out of play by Will. Still 2-2. He has grounded out to first at a sacrifice fly and grounded out to short, so he's 0 for 2 tonight. Picked up RBI number 14 back in the third inning. Swings and misses outside off-speed pitch for the strikeout. One out here in the bottom of the 8th, and Antoneros will be your hitter. Fly to center, struck out, and grounded to third. Out of Auburn, California, Placer High School and the University of Oregon after that, it's Antoneros. 3 for 10 on the season with the run batted in. And we're going to have a cleanup there as the Prune Packers are all sitting like kids at camp out by the bullpen area, and you can't really do that. Umpire just goes, get out of here. He doesn't have to get his rule book out to see what rule it is or anything. Just goes, get out of there. They were telling spooky stories in a circle or something down there. Probably had s'mores going on. You can't do that on the field, gentlemen. Take that into the dugout, will you? Hit a home run number 10 is the same as hit a home run number 9, and that didn't work. Arrow swings and misses at the fastball, 0-1. Ballard is at 93, the right-hander out of Arizona State University. Swings and misses out as an off-speed pitch. It's 0-2 quickly on Arrows with Cole Dillon to follow. Outside with that one. Took a little bit off that one at 86, so it's 1-2 now on Anson. Breaking ball misses out. No, it doesn't miss outside. It's called strike 3. Arrows down on strikes. And that will bring up Cole Dillon. 8 strikeouts for Prune Packers pitchers, and here's Cole Dillon, who walked, struck out, and lined out to short on a brilliant play by Maddox Maloney back in the 6th inning. So Cole is 0 for 2 in this one. Breaking ball moves him away. It's inside 1-0. Zach Chamiso is in the on-deck circle because he's the next hitter. That's how that works. Dylan swings and misses at the high fastball. That one again at 93 from Bellardis. Breaking ball a little bit too high. Looks like Nolan Thebe is loosening up for the Potters out there in their bullpen. We'll see if he enters the game in the 9th inning. Avazian, Barker, and Bellardis for the Prune Packers. Check swing, and it's fouled out of play by Cole Dillon. Two and two on Cole Dillon. Breaking ball swung on and missed. So 3 strikeouts for Bellardis in the 8th. We go to the 9th. Prune Packers on top, 12-5.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Top of inning number 9 out here. It's the Prune Packers 12, the Potters 5. Nolan Thebe, the right-hander out of William Jessup University in Wilsonville, Oregon, will be the pitcher for the Potters. He is the 4th Potters pitcher. Hansen went 5 1/3. Then Kalsbeck went an inning and 2/3. Perry Kyles 1 inning, and now Nolan Thebe. He will face Jake Tatum, who's scheduled, but I don't think that's Jake Tatum. I think that's Jonas Salk who will be hitting for Tatum. Tatum will retire after going 2 for 4 and scoring 2 runs, and so Salk will take over out of Portland University to open up the top of the 9th. Then Robbie Hamchuk and Maddox Maloney, the next 2. Scheduled, although wouldn't be surprised we usually see Tommy Farmer toward the end of these games. So Thebe, the fastball is in there for a strike at 90 miles an hour from Nolan. Leads the Potters with 4 saves this year. making his 14th appearance of the season. 17 in the third innings, 12 hits, 24 strikeouts, 11 walks, 1-0 with 4 saves, and a 2.07 ERA. Tommy Farmer is on deck to bat for Hamchuk. 0-2 now. Fouls it out of play. Tatum doubled in the second and doubled in the sixth, scored both times, and a couple of flyouts to center field, so he was 2 for 4. Salk out of Portland University. 0-2 now. Fastball, call, strike 3. So Tommy Farmer will come up and bat for Robbie Hamchuk, who had a double and a single, then struck out 3 times. So it started off pretty good for him. Ended up with 2 hits and 2 runs batted in and a run scored. And Farmer takes over here in the 9th. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander Thebe. Fastball for a strike. Cade Campbell has come out on deck to bat for Maloney. Oh, 0-1 now to Tommy Farmer. Swing and a miss. 0-2, that's 91 from Nolan Thebe. Good cheers from the youngsters in front of us, trying their best to keep the Potters in this one. 0-2 now. Fastball just misses the outside corner. You're hoping for the call there, but that's a little bit outside, so it's 1-2. Umpire's been pretty good tonight. Been pretty good all season long. Except for that high third. Really can't get that one down. 1-2's in the dirt, 2-2. Where's Hunter coming to get that one? There he is. There's Hunter. Gave him a lot of airtime earlier and hasn't been out in a while. Maybe he didn't like the press he was getting, you know. 2-2. We are in the top of the 9th inning. Prune Packers 12, Potters 5. Game 1 of the Pacific Empire League Championship Series. Game 2 will be on Thursday. Rec Park in Hillsburg, 6 p.m. First pitch. 2-2 pitch. Hit deep to left and foul to left. Phoebe pulled off on that one a little bit, and Farmer was around on it quickly. Hit it deep into the night and left field into the parking lot, but well foul. Farmer with a wide open stance to greet the day. Two coming up once again. Fastball swung on a miss. Farmer's down on strikes. 2 outs here in the 9th inning, and here is Cade Campbell out of UC Berkeley, batting for Maddox Maloney.
Pinch hitting for Healdsburg, number 4, Cade Campbell.
Maloney was 3 for 5 while he was in there, scored twice and drove in 1. So a good night for Max Maloney. Also made an incredible diving catch of a line drive as that ball's popped out of play. So he had a good night all around for the Prune Packers. Alex Leopard is on deck. If the Connor Sharpio spot comes up, Alex will pinch hit for him. But right now it's about Cade Campbell, 0-1 from Thebe. Fouled back to the screen, 0-2. Oh and 2, 2 outs here, top of the 9th. Thebe, the 4th pitcher for the Potters. Gerald Hansen started with the first 5 in the 3rd. Then Kalsbeck Kyle and now Nolan Thebe. Foul back to the screen again on the fastball at 90. Knowing Nolan, he'll try to get just a little ounce, 1 more mile an hour if he can. Oh, 2 once again. Inside, off-speed pitch in the dirt. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Breaking ball, call strike 3. It is a Thebe turkey in the 9th inning as he strikes out all 3 batters he faces, but we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Potter's looking up. It's 12-5 Prune Packers.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Front door with my teenage boy and a couple more from up the road. He had them by the collar, said
Bottom of inning number 9, Tucker Boogie is the new pitcher for the Prune Packers out of UC Berkeley, making his 11th appearance, 22 innings, 19 hits, 34 strikeouts, 6 walks. He is 1-1 on the season. Couple of saves and a 286 earned run average, and Zach Tomiso will greet him here for the Potters. First pitch is outside for a ball. Zach is struck out and hit by a pitch and walk, so he is 0 for 1 tonight. Followed by Drew Andrews and Asani Johnson. That one is in there for a strike. At 90 from Boogie. Lifted out into short right center field. Might be trouble, and it's dropping in for a base hit. So Chamiso places it perfectly, gets his first hit of the night. And that'll bring up Drew Andrews, who has a single tonight. He is 1 for 3. Velarde's just 1 inning pitch for the Prune Packers, struck out all 3 batters he faced in the 8th. Barker went 3 1/3 after Avazian went the first 3 2/3. And here's Andrews. He has scored twice tonight. Pops that one up on the infield. Shortstop is Campbell, and he'll make the catch for the out. Campbell and Salk in for Maloney and Tatum in the infield. Farmer out in center field for Robbie Hamchuk after pinch hitting in the top of the 9th, and that'll bring up Asani Johnson. Johnson has singled, struck out, tripled, and singled, so he's 3 for 4 tonight. He has driven in a run. He has scored a run. He's back to batting left-handed against the right-hander Tucker Boogie. Switch hitting Johnson out of Elk Grove, California. Came in at 345 with 6 runs batted in. Picked up number 7 tonight and takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. From University of Louisiana Monroe, Mr. Asani Johnson. Caius Gargett on deck. Chamiso at first, 1 out here in the 9th. Johnson takes in the dirt. Smothered by Lance behind the plate. 1-1. Potters with 8 hits in this one. And is outside Sonny Johnson. Two balls, 1 strike. Johnson takes on the inside corner, call strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Short lead by Chamiso at first. Johnson takes inside. 3-2 and a little high as well. Three-two to Johnson. Outside, ball 4. So Sonny's on for the 4th time tonight. Moves Chamiso to second, brings Gargett to the plate. Caius is singled, grounded out, and walked. So he is 2 for 3. Came in with an average of .395 for the summer. Just a great summer by Caius Gargett. Didn't get as many at-bats, maybe as smarter fans would have liked. So he could hit .395 the rest of the summer, but he was tremendous as a Potter. Has an RBI and a couple of hits tonight. Batting left-handed, takes a fastball outside. Singled in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, grounded to 3rd in the 4th, and then walked in the 7th. Chamiso at 2nd, Johnson at 1st. 1 out here, 9th inning. Caius pops it up left side. Moving over is Charpio. He's going to make the catch. Actually, that's Leopard out in left field, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. So Leopard didn't get to bat for Charpio, but he's going out into left field. So down to the last out at Game 1 of the Pacific Empire League Championship Series. It's Luke Mancy, who's got into a double play, walked, grounded out, and hit into a fielder's choice. Got an RBI back in the 7th inning, his 16th of the summer. Line drive, right field. That's going to be a base hit. Let's see if they try to throw it at the plate. And the throw comes in, and it's cut off. And scoring is Chamiso. So Mancy comes through with a base hit and an RBI. As Chamiso scored, Johnson's going to hold it second. The ball came in from Hayslip. It was a pretty good throw, but Boogie just cut it off. I think he just didn't want to deal with it. And so Mancy comes through with a single. 9th hit for the Potters. They put their 6th run up on the board and brings up Trey Furry, who was flied to right, singled, struck out, and into a double play. So Trey is 1 for 4 tonight. Lines it foul over the right side, ducking the on-deck hitter, Will Lindbergh. Puri swings and misses, 0-2. So Potters down to their last strike here with runners at 1st and 2nd. There's a little blooper out over the first baseman's head. It is a diving try by the second baseman. Did not make the play. Here comes Johnson around. He'll score. It's an RBI single for Furry. Potters stay alive. They now trail it 12-7 as Johnson scores his 2nd run of the night. Furry picks up an RBI. Mancy is at second base. And here's Will Lindbergh. He lines it into right center field for a base hit. Mancy will come around third. He will score. Picked up in center field. Going to third is Furry, and it's 12-8 for the Prune Packers. Lindbergh picks up his second RBI, and that brings up Anson Eros. So here's Anson Eros, who has struck out twice, flied to center, and grounded to third. Outside for a ball. (12-8) for the Prune Packers. Arrows at the plate. Need to get one more guy on the base so we can have the potential tying run come to the plate here in the ninth inning. Hanson fouls it out of play, 1-1. I tell you, we got the Oregon guy here, Riley. You got to make him work. And he really puts down a good groove. 1-1 pitch coming up. Outside. Thinking about throwing back to third, which would have been a good idea, but the third baseman, Caruso, was not over there. So diving back was Trey Furry, who just likes to dive back anyway, so it's okay. 2-1 now on Arrows. Check swing, not a left side. It's 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two out. Potters have scored 3 times here in the ninth. Still a little bit short, though. Runners going and the pitch is outside. So Lindbergh's at second base. A single may score 2, but three and 2 on Anson. Hitting left-handed against the right-hander, Tucker Boogie. Fouled out of play. Here's Hunter, was going to come out and get that one, but the umpire says, no, ninth inning, let me take care of it, son. We don't want you getting nervous out here. The mad organist has really got me going, Riley. I don't know if we've had him here all season long and I haven't noticed or what. Popped out of play. Arrows. Placer Hillman is heightening the tension here. Currently the University of Oregon. Throw from a Hillman to a duck. Lindbergh at second, Furry at third. Fouled off again. The fans who are still here are getting the tension. They're getting the tension built up like a good scary movie, Riley. Although I don't like scary movies, so I don't watch them. Cole Dillon taking his cuts on deck in case he is called upon. In that hit him, I think. And he'll go down to first base. So the bases are loaded. The Potters, if you'd have said they're going to get the tying run at the plate this inning, I might have doubted you. But here he comes in the presence of Cole Dillon. He has walked, struck out, lined out, and struck out. He has hit a couple of very long fly balls that were foul tonight. We have Furry at third. We have Lindbergh at second. We have Arrows at first. And we have Cole Dillon coming to the plate. Outside, ball one. Mason Lerma, the left-hander out of UC Davis, is loosening up for the Prune Packers, and the left-hander, Zach Chamiso, is on deck. So if we get to another batter, imagine we'll see a pitching change. 1-0 now to Dillon. Swings and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike on Cole out of Rockwall, Texas. Came in at 207. Does have a home run this summer and 11 runs batted in. Pass ball inside corner, call strike 2. Potters have scored 3 times. They have the bases loaded. 1-2 now on Cole Dillon. Line drive, left field, base hit. Here comes 1 run. Here comes 2 runs. The throw's going to go to third. He is cut off. It's a 2-run single for Dillon. It is now 12-10 in favor of the Prune Packers. We're going to have a pitching change for Healdsburg, and we'll be right back after this break. Potters trail by 2.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Get a 4th of July Potters t-shirt and 4 Potters tickets. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete.
So Mason Lerma is the new pitcher out of UC Davis. Just want to go over this inning. Zach Chamiso started us off with a single. Then Andrews popped out. Johnson walked. Gargett flew out. Then Mancy singled. Furry singled. Lindbergh singled. Hit by a pitch on Soneros. 2-run single by Dillon, and we're back to Zach Chamiso, but we're going to have a pinch hitter. Left-hander Lerma comes in, so the left-hander Chamiso will sit down, and the right-hander Jason Hansen will be the hitter. Jason out of UC Davis in Roseville, California, will come up here with runners at first and third, so the tying run is at first still. The potential winning run at the plate, you got to say it. I mean, who thought it would happen when the inning started? It's 12-10 in favor of the Prune Packers, and here's Jason Hansen. That is a ball. Lerman making his 5th appearance, his 11th appearance, 16 in the 3rd innings, just 7 hits. He has not given up an earned run yet, 18 strikeouts and 4 walks. Hansen hits it to left field and well. That ball is gone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Jason Hansen has just hit a walk-off home run. The Potters have scored I don't know how many runs in the 9th inning, and the Potters have won Game 1 of the Pacific Empire League Series. The final score, Potters 13 and the Prune Packers 12. I literally don't believe it, Riley. I literally don't believe it. I promised you if he hit a home run, Zach Chamiso could be player of the game, but I don't think I can give that to you. I think it's got to be Jason Hansen. If they can run him down in right field, the Potters came up with 8 runs. You tell me, 8 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning, and they've walked off the Prune Packers on a 3-run home run by pinch hitter Jason Hansen. Unbelievable. We'll be back, hopefully, with an interview. If not, we'll talk to each other about this one. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Potters 13, Packers 12. We're back with postgame after this. Oh, my gosh.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. Sanchez 1-on-4. She gets it back, trying to get it back to Gallegos. What a spin move. Her shot is blocked. She has it controlled, puts in the goal. Witt trying to set it. She sets it over for Molly Harrison, pokes it over. Short set for Barrios, and her slam goes out of play. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to look down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Funny, but I wanted to ask you about that because I remember you doing that show, and you kind of.
Go ahead.
That's our new show.
Really nice.
Yeah, Beneath One Fern is what we call the show.
Yeah, between a flower.
Yes. Well, we're working on workshopping the title.
Yes.
Ooh. Well, you may not see that $10 again, my friend. That woman does not like to fork over the cash.
I heard him say he'd pay you next Tuesday. So That's right.
I didn't bring pad and paper, so I don't know what to tell you what's going to happen when I come back.
First of all,
I got to take notes.
We may end up in one, especially on this episode of the Stones and Toys Show.
Oh, snap.
Welcome into the Potters postgame, brought to you by Friends of McBean. Let's welcome tonight's Old Town Pizza player of the game, Mr. Jason Hansen. A pretty popular choice, Jason. Tell me, is that the way you guys drew it up the whole night long? That's what you were waiting for?
Yeah, we drew it up exactly like that. Before the game, we said we were going to come back from a big lead and finish on a walk-off home run. So exactly how we drew it up.
At what point in the ninth inning there did you think that maybe you might get an at-bat?
Like 1 minute before I went up to the plate, coach was like, hey, if they bring in the lefty here, you're going to hit. So, yeah.
So when you guys started the ninth inning, was there one play in the bottom of the ninth that let you guys think that, hey, maybe we have a chance on this one, or was it always there?
No, it was always there. I was telling the fellas that I've seen weirder happen, so we knew that we could come back that whole time.
Can you tell us at all what it felt? I was watching you, and when you hit that, I have no idea what happened to my body. What happened to your body when you hit that and saw it fly over the left field fence?
I don't even know. I was just rounding the bases. I was just telling myself to get my best swing off. And the other pitcher, we go to school together, so I knew he couldn't beat me with anything. And he made a good pitch up and away, but I just got my hands to the ball. And
now, when you're rounding the bases on a play like that, are you telling yourself, make sure I step on every base?
I did tell myself that. I had to make sure.
Jason, that was the most incredible thing I've seen. Congratulations. Way to go. Great job coming from behind. Great job, all the Potters, from coming from behind. Come back from 7 down, score 8 in the last inning, and win it 13-12. Congratulations to you and all the Potters, Jason. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks
well
for
done.
coming out, guys.
That's our player of the game, Jason Hansen. We're right back after this.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Welcome back to the Potters postgame, brought to you by Friends of McBean. Riley, let's put that QR code up there. I got to take a breath. Friends of McBean trying to raise money for a new scoreboard. This one's working pretty good right now. It says Potters 13, Prune Packers 12. Unlikely, yeah, to be sure. The Prune Packers were leading 12-5 as we went into the 9th inning. Then Chamiso singled. Andrews popped out. Walked to Johnson, but then Gargett flew out. So 2 outs, 2 on. Okay, we're down 7. Mancy singles in a run. Furry singles in a run. Lindbergh singles in a run. Antonaros works it, and great at bat, as he was 3-2 for a long time. Worked it to a 3-2 and then got hit by a pitch. Cole Dillon came through with a 2-run single. Set it up at 12-10. Zach Chamiso, the scheduled hitter. Mason Lerma comes in, the left-hander. The call is made, and there were people in the press box that were not happy about it. The call was made to bring in Hansen. But then you bring in the right-hander. Mason Lerma, as we talked about when we introduced him, had not given up an earned run all season. So you get a tough left-hander like that, you bring in the right-handed batter. You got a little power with Jason Hansen, and you heard him on the postgame. I don't know if he still knows what happened. I think he's like me. He's just sitting there going, I think we won. I don't know. I ended up with a bucket on my head. That's exactly what happened. What a game. What an ending. The first ever Pacific Empire League Championship Series game ends up with the Potters getting an unlikely win. They win it 13-12. Reminder, tomorrow no game because we've got to catch our breath from this one. And then on Thursday, it's in Healdsburg at Rec Park, 6 p.m. for the first pitch. You can go out to Hillsburg with Willie Preston. I'm sure Willie's going to go up there and check it out now, or you can go to Hillsburg Prune Packers' website. I'm sure they'll give you the link to get their game presentation, which is an excellent one. But, Riley, great job tonight. What a game. What a game, the last regular game for us during the season. We do have the West Coast World Series next weekend. You can subscribe to Stones Broadcast Network's YouTube, and we'll let you know when we come live for that West Coast World Series. But right now it's all about the Championship Series. It's all about the Potters. Jason Hansen comes through a 3-run walk-off home run. The Potters score 8 times in the bottom of the 9th, and they beat the Prune Packers 13-12. For Mark the Phantom Lowe, for Rye the Engineer, Willie Preston, for Lauren, for Carson, for Gade, who came up here and saved us, for Nia, who got us the after-game guest, for everybody who's helped us out all season long, we thank you for watching. We'll talk to you next time.